Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. That's right, folks. We are live again, and we are back at it. And yes, I'm alive. That's good news. But that all being said, we have a gigantic night ahead. We have Impact Wrestling throwing their Throwback Throwdown 3 with a lot of weird names and a lot of gimmicky shit going on, but back to 85 with Impact. We have WWE Smackdown tonight as well, and then we'll cap this all off with some Rampage. Lots to cover, lots to go through, but we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We are your alternative commentary. We are the ones that do it at a completely different level, folks. So don't go anywhere. Strap in, strap on, strap on, strap in, whatever makes you feel good. We are going to roll through Friday night. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live. We are ready to go, and we're back at it. As I said to everybody out there, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. I am KJ White, Mr. Every Night, the Iron Man of YouTube, even though he got his knees taken out this week, but we're all right. We're back. We're back. We're still going. And I am joined by the mouth of the South, the Upper West Coast.
I was gonna say, you trying to get me sued?
The Master of Mayhem, my buddy, your buddy, the What Man himself. Let's go.
Right. How we doing, folks? And yes, it is a feel-good Friday night. We got a triple header and everything. Right now, I've got Sami Zayn, the Usos, Solo Sikoa kicking it off on SmackDown. And I've got Josh Matthews and Scott D'Amore doing something awkward on Impact. Josh has got a very old-timey, cowboy shoot 'em up mustache going on
for a second there, especially with all the news going on, and we'll get into it here tonight. But you were like, Josh Matthews. I'm like, they brought Josh back. I'm like, oh no, we're watching two shows. We're watching two shows.
So, well, folks, they're going to be bringing people back, like we've heard about. And we can talk.
We've talked about it. You and I have speculated about it. It looks like we're going to be on point with some of these predictions. And man, at once upon a time, Tony was floating around the wrestling world with like Noah and kicking in the big old arc. And all of a sudden, all these people are jumping ship. When was the last time? I mean, Saraya was a big name that Tony scooped up, but what else? Like, it's been a minute since he's kind of scooped up a big name where everyone's like, oh shit, I can't believe that person went there. However, it seems like we got everybody and their uncle going back to WWE. It's interesting times.
Oh, yeah. Well, I halfway want to start talking about the names and everything, but we've got the wrestling going on. I was going to say, well, we've got potentially Eric Young coming back. We've got William Regal who might be coming back. What?
Yes, let's go.
Right. And I'm getting a replay right now of War Games, and it looks like we're getting a match kicking off on Impact, but Ronnie, Dro, Scott, Dale, Jack, DeMarcus, even JV, how you doing, bud? The big Guido, the FBI that I'm growing over here, I guess, on the Wrasslin for Life Network with me, Ashley, and then JV and all of that. So, how you doing, my guy? How's everybody doing?
I'm doing good. Share it on my wall. We appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Happy Friday, folks. You put a whole week in the books. Now we hit the weekend. Friday night is upon us. We're here for a 3-hour ride tonight, maybe a little bit longer. And don't forget, we are back tomorrow. We're going to do Wrestling Revolver, the season finale. That card is stacked. Go Google it. I guarantee. I think my man's here was like, I got 4 matches in. I was like, yes. I was like,
oh, yeah. I probably after like 1 to 2 matches, I was like, yep, we're doing that one.
Swerve,
and then we're going to be here for and we're going to be here also for ECW 2.0, I guess. ECW on steroids with GCW. If we've got
I'm just looking
Sandman and Too Cold Scorpio.
I just want to see the fucking vintage Sandman entrance in a GCW arena. Him walking through the crowd, beating his head in with cans, and fucking Enter Sandman playing in the background. Let's go.
Right. Just Sandman doesn't even have to win the match, doesn't even have to do it to wrestle, take a bump, nothing.
No, just
come out with Metallica, smoking a cigarette, with a Budweiser and a kendo stick, and we're good.
That's it. So he's teaming up with Two Cold Scorpio, reuniting a former ECW tag team champion in their own right. And now for those just tuning in, or for those who have been here from the beginning, we have SmackDown on right now. We're going to give you the play-by-play and the alternative commentary, mostly to SmackDown, but we do have Throwback Throwdown from Impact Wrestling on as well. We'll give
Impact
you some highlights.
Southpaw Wrestling.
Yes, and that's a part of it. So Josh Matthews has a fake mustache. It's going back to 1985 right now in Impact Wrestling.
It's if WWE did Southpaw Regional Wrestling instead of going to Saudi. It's a not continuity show that just is complete throwback. And we've got on SmackDown, we're getting a chance of Sami Uso as the Usos are bigging up Sami, saying of how, you were the one, that got us over. You were the one that was, you had Sami Uso chants going. They weren't chanting, Usos.
Jimmy saying to him, you did that. You did that. And Jay's still playing a little like, I like him, but I don't love him.
Right. And I've liked how we've now seen the backstage, like leaked, like old school, like the Uso handshake between Sami and Jay.
Right. All right, folks. All right. So Jay giving him some props, which is long overdue in this relationship. By the way, they're building it.
Right. Dro, congrats. Larry, what up? Dro says, I'm getting new classes for next year at the winter and springtime. Nice. Never fear, Larry is here. Wow.
Yes, Larry.
Carl says, been hearing too many rumors about Reigns. What gives, Nick? Well, what rumors have you been hearing, sir?
You see this shit right there? Sorry to distract.
No, you're good.
But Jimmy's smiling ear to ear. Like, look, they're already cracking. How you feeling? How you feeling, Sami?
How you feeling, Uzi?
I'm feeling pretty freaking Uzi, baby.
And Solo still just... And we've got Rapid Delivery Pete right now on Impact. And we've got the Brawling Brutes coming out on SmackDown.
Rapid Delivery Pete, by the way.
It's just Rich Swann.
They did a double in stereo. Sami and the Usos in sync. Not where you keep the dishes.
But Rapid Delivery Pete is just Rich Swann dressed as a delivery man.
Yes, by the way.
Right.
I'm looking at the card for tonight, and I'm like, I know none of these fucking people.
I haven't seen a card advertised, so you're
I finally seen
me.
One this afternoon. So
we're getting Sheamus versus Sami Zayn to kick off SmackDown. So, folks, give us your prediction for that. And we're getting
let's go.
Rapid Delivery Pete, I believe, potentially involved in a match on Impact. Trust me, I'm not making this up.
I've ever heard it.
Right.
100% a porn name if I've ever heard one.
Right. Well, it's up there with Kane and Karter there. Don't like.
You know what my favorite one is, and nobody talks about it enough. But think about this, folks. There's a gentleman walking around, and his unfortunate name is Canyon Seaman.
What?
That is a porno name.
Pause.
Head of talent relations, Canyon Seaman.
Oh my God! Pause on all of that. Anyways, quickly diverting from that topic.
Yes, on to the next.
Carl says it's all over YouTube. You're talking about the only rumor that I've heard.
I thought he meant our previous topic.
Right. The only rumor I've heard is about how Roman might The Rock might win the Rumble.
Do you see this circulating hard today? And I happen to throw my 2 cents on a couple things of like, fuck no. Why are people trying to kill me? Literally, why? I mean, don't do it. Dude, if he comes out 30 and just fucking strokes a win, it's going to be such a fucking letdown on whatever happened for the previous hour and a half. It really will.
Oh, yeah.
You're just going to show up next week and be like, I'm entering the Rumble. And you're like, why? You're the fucking Rock.
Exactly. Yeah. It's if The Rock wins the Royal Rumble, I'm waiting for just him to become the biggest heel and go back to Hollywood Rock and all of that.
but I don't even know if he can pull it off at this
Oh,
point.
I don't want it. I'm not saying I want it.
I mean, but it's a tough sell, right? Because of who he is at this point.
Right. But anyways, well, as we're in a commercial break on SmackDown, but so who do you have for the match? I don't even think we gave our predictions.
I'll go Sami.
Yeah, I think you kind of have to. Well, we have him on our fantasy faction team and all
That's
of that.
a good point.
I would say everybody involved with that, Cheap Pop, Dirty Heels, High Side of the Ropes, all of that. But yeah, no, we got to go with Sami on that. And we just had a whole promo segment before that, bigging Sami up. So like, I think the man has earned a clean win.
I mean, again, if you're trying to play to the crowd a little bit, if Sami picks up the W, they get a really good, fun chance to, cheer. And they kind of got to put the fucking Brawling Brutes to bed unless we're building towards something here. But as you can see, we do not have a Roman Reigns.
No, well, I don't think we'll see him till we get close to the Rumble because we might be getting KO versus Roman at the Rumble.
You still think they're leading that way? Yeah.
I think so, unless they're using this to set up for Sheamus versus Roman at the Rumble. And so
I think that's too long of a program right at that point.
Little bit. It doesn't have Chris Jericho in it, so it's too long.
Near fall for Rich Swann, by the way, over here in Impact.
I was gonna say I'm trying to figure out who he's wrestling, but I missed it. I know, good question.
Is it Johnny Swinger?
On the Damien says on the kickoff show, Rhino was the butcher.
Yes, he was. And keep in mind, we're going to see Rich Swann tomorrow night take on Swerve Strickland here live.
Facts.
Well, we're going to talk about it live.
Right.
Yeah.
Boss, I hope you feel better, Larry. I hear that putting bologna. Okay, that's an interesting comment there.
Click off.
Right. I cannot confirm nor deny that. Okay, so how do you book The Rock versus Roman at Mania without the winner of the Rumble?
Now, see, here's the pickle. Sorry, go ahead.
It's simple. How is there a pickle? It's simple. I didn't mean to rhyme there. How is there a pickle? It's simple.
I got
it. No, it's you have it on night 2. You don't have to have it for both belts. You could have it for a belt. Christ, we've talked about on here how you don't need it for any of the belts, theoretically.
Yeah, I mean, that would be the swerve of swerves, is that on the way to Mania. But I don't think so I've said for a long time, Vince kind of painted Triple H into a corner. Not that we knew that this transition was going to happen, but with Roman having both belts, it's a tricky way to get out of it because you also want Roman looking as badass as ever going into that match. So it's a tough jam.
Does he not already?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing is we've talked about a certain somebody who's back to training to his normal conditions.
Right in time.
And Rich Swann gets did he get the win? Yes, Rich Swann gets the win on Impact. And
yes, it looks like he used the pizza box.
Well, there you go. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But I think right now Roman looks about as much of a badass as you can get to.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't need to do a ton of build on his end. It's more of
it's just how do you fit it all in? Because like you said, you don't really need the titles involved, but at the same time, there is this conundrum that if I do not want The Rock to win the Rumble, then how the fuck does the Rumble winner, and like you said, all right, maybe he fights. I don't love the idea of Roman defending his 2 belts on night 1, losing especially, and then coming back and fighting on night 2.
That is true. Would you do it the other way? And that you have, so you could do it reverse. Right. So you have The Rock versus Roman, night 1. And like I was saying, if we have a certain somebody who had a purple peck that may or allegedly, according to KJ, might have had makeup put on it and been enhanced and all
definitely put makeup on it.
That we have him come back and win the Rumble, and he's the one that takes the belts, not a belt,
the belt,
not the belt, all the belts off of Roman.
Yeah. And you know what? That is a cleaner way to do it, I think, because you get in and out and you let Roman take some time off after Mania.
Tell me that isn't a Mania moment that they would replay the shit out of. Is the son of a plumber of Dusty Rhodes, baby.
Right.
Leave it off Cody Rhodes up there holding both tilts.
Right. Let's go. No, I see what you're saying. And I mean, it is a dilemma from my standpoint of, I assume we're going Rock, Roman, WrestleMania, main event. But then how do you get there?
Oh, can you repeat the question? I was trying to look at the card for Impact.
No, go ahead. I wasn't done speaking. I knocked the cord out as I always do. It's kind of
you're good. But anyways, we do still have Tornado DDT going on at Sami and Sheamus in SmackDown. We talked about the bloodline and we just went down the whole Roman train.
Yeah, that's it. So, and just for the record, I still want my, Cody Rhodes number 29. Crowd goes insane. CM Punk goes 30, and everyone's head fucking explodes. Tony Khan just starts crying out loud, and you can hear him for miles.
Well, he might be doing that when Mr. William Regal shows up on WWE television, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, listen, the whole thing with Regal, I mean, we saw this coming, and I was convinced. Now, actually, in the commercial or during Rampage, I'll bring up the question I have for you about Regal. So
that's fine. We can get there.
We can get there. We got all night.
But so we're getting the beats of the Bowery. We attempted it with Sami as Sheamus catches him. Well. But this Impact card, I just found the actual quote-unquote card, and it is very interesting. Do you want me to attempt to read down it?
You could go ahead. I got Trey Miguel dressed as a construction worker at the moment.
I was going to say, I'll let you just call it. I think it's better if we just try and figure out of how good we know the Impact roster.
That's it, right? I already fucked up the first one. We couldn't figure out who
trust me. It's bound to happen at this rate.
Like, who is that? By the way,
watch enough wrestling, I swear to God, that people just blend together.
Yeah. Do you see they're setting up fucking our buddy Joe Hendry with Moose?
I believe in Joe Hendry.
He's become a phenomenon. This guy's awesome.
Sir, you think he's become? He was.
Oh, I don't know.
You just didn't know about him yet.
He's quietly, dude. It's the funniest fucking story because that's just like
we've talked about this. If you went more the lucha style, or went more the UK style, but Joe Hendry's been a big name on the UK kind of wrestling scene for a good bit,
right? I mean, the digital title, I don't think a lot of people are like, oh my God, you got the digital title. You're fucking awesome. That's not necessarily the way, even though we've had some really good digital champions. Mind you, he's already got that belt. Now he's stepping in the ring with Moose. Let's go.
Well, that's the thing is he's one of those guys that never really got that run in WWE. He wasn't a Pete Dunne or anything like that. So that's why it took, I guess, more of the casual viewers, the U.S. audience to kind of catch on.
Oh, we got a cloverleaf. It's a cloverleaf.
Right.
Reaching for the ropes. Oh,
Sheamus dumped on the outside.
All right, let me see some of these. This match is going along, folks. We got Sami, we got Sheamus. If you haven't made a prediction, what are you waiting for? Let us know. And if you're not telling all your friends what you're doing right now, tell them. Get them here. Join the fun. Join the party. Join the fam. We'll be here all night long. We have 2 shows going right now. Tomorrow night, we'll have 2 shows going as well. Going to be a crazy night. I mean, we get Nick Gage. Anytime you get a Nick Gage match, you're in for something. So we'll get him defending his title tomorrow night. And then, like I said, Revolver's card is stacked, including Moxley and Callahan going to be together.
I was going to say Moxley, Callahan, Swerve, Rich Swann, Speedball, Mike Bailey, all of that. But yes, we've got 2 shows right now. We're still going to have a 3rd show coming up a little later on. 2 hosts, so it's a 5-star night and everything. But absolutely. And then tomorrow night, we're going to be here for like that with Moxley, Sami, etc. Like I was just saying. And we're going to have Nick Gage and Sandman and, 2 Cold Scorpio and, again, ECW on steroids and just blood, guts, and gore and all of that. So
right.
And it's a Saturday night, which is always crazy around here. So be a friend, tell a friend. We're just past the 1K mark. I still want to see that 1.1. I want the field goal post by the time we get to Christmas and everything like that. So let's make it happen, folks.
That's it. What else we got here? We got that one. What's up, Smile Marq? We got most of these ones, I think.
Start from the bottom. Just start from the bottom and work your way up. Victor, Smile Marq, Larry, DeMarcus, everybody. Hello, Juice. What?
All right, Sami.
Oh, hold on.
Sami versus two other opponents in the Rumble, then lose two, accidentally get each other out, and have Sami win. Imagine Sami wins by putting out Jey Uso.
Whoa. Could you imagine? Now, everybody's been saying that it's going to be the bloodline that turns on Sami. Could you imagine if it was Sami who was playing the long con the whole time? He's the fucking Kaiser Soze, this whole fucking situation. I still think it's possible he could be the one that wins the titles. Could you imagine if, even if it's not by eliminating Sami, what if it's by eliminating Cody that Sami wins the Royal Rumble?
Interesting.
And Roman has to have that talk with him of, you're going to take the fall, right?
Oh, interesting. Now, see, that works if The Rock isn't coming. But some people still think The Rock is not coming.
You do the Rock night 1 and you do that night 2. And tell me that isn't a fucking holy shit weekend of wrestling.
I know, but I'm much
Rock
rather...
night 1, and then you follow it up with Sami Zayn wins the world title.
You were giving him the W, too.
Oh, you give that man has earned a Mania moment this year, 100%. He's earned a fucking Kofi Mania. We've had Kofi Mania, the Yes movement. Now we need a feeling Usi movement.
Right? I mean, would he still be feeling Usi if he gets kicked out of the club?
If he's fucking world champ, I would think so.
Yeah, I think that brings the Usi feeling real back.
Right.
Maybe. Crime, film, thriller, and mystery.
Who's taking what now?
Another faction in WWE, bring back sanity. Listen, lots of talk about this, and I admit I'm pumped.
We're halfway there.
Man, I feel like I've watched Eric Young's entire career. Like, he's one of the guys that for as long, like, he's been around for fucking ever, and I don't mean that in an insulting manner. I mean it as a compliment. Like, I remember when he was just fucking, like, the hapless Canadian, right? Like, he was fucking... Oh,
yeah.
He's come so far, and now... to get him back and do sanity properly, like, dude, how did you called sanity up, gave him one entrance, and never use him again? What the fuck happened?
I feel like there's too much action going on for how I'm going to handle that one.
Okay. Well, yeah, Zayn kicks out at 2, by the way. Bray has to main event night 1 Mania. Ooh, good show. I think Bray's going to end up in a theatrical match, and I don't know how I feel about it, guys.
At Mania, you think that's where he has the cinematic match?
I don't know.
It's still going to be interesting to see if and when we get a Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight match. Now,
I would love to see a Bray Wyatt match at all, even if it was a squash match, because A, why doesn't he ever have to wrestle? And B, a lot of people talk about Bray's shortcomings in the ring, but I want to see more of him, because from my recollection, other than when he was the Fiend, he's a hell of a wrestler.
Oh, yeah, 100%. It's the only thing is that Bray's always done character work.
Yeah.
What?
You know what? I appreciate what the ref. If you watch the count on the ref, 1, 2, when the ref goes to count 3, she kind of does like a push-up. So her arm swings the normal distance it would, but because she did the push-up, she misses the mat kind of thing. It was a good visual. Good for her.
No, that's a good. It's interesting to still. It's the nuances and shit like that, because I just noticed it on. Now that you said that, I noticed it, right. And it is interesting. If it still looks like she's going for it, and she realized he kicked out
instead of the hold up, she swang through. Oh,
and we've got
Dos
Amigos, and we've got Trey Miguel versus.
What is Trey Miguel's construction name? If you care to remind.
Uno más. 1 minute. I'm trying to read through this card here while I've also got action going on. Clock out match. Building Trey Miguel versus Jack Hammer, Andrew Everett.
Oh, and who?
Jack Hammer, aka Andrew Everett.
Andrew
I still
Everett.
like Bill Ding.
Bill Ding is my favorite name in that match for sure.
And well, I think
That's
just
like
it being Trey Miguel, he's the odds-on favorite as he's right now
absolutely.
pulling out a
That's like Terror Rising.
right.
I love that name. So fucking bad.
The man's pulling out a measuring tape as we just had the beats of the Bowery from Sheamus on to Sami. Jimmy with a distraction.
Oh, it's amazing. Sheamus playing to the crowd.
Jimmy with a kick on Sheamus. Blue Thunder Bomb. 2 count, 2 count.
Wait, what happened? Did you end up ahead of me?
There is a card. Allegedly.
I got Sami on Sheamus's back.
I have right now the Brutes and the Usos going at it outside, and Solo just cannonballing into everybody. Because I had Jimmy with a high kick to Sheamus into a Blue Thunder Bomb for a 2 count before that. Oh, and the clock out is basically like the time slip on a pole match. That's what a clock out match is.
Okay.
Between Bill Ding and Jack Hammer.
Bill
we're
Ding
not watching GCW.
Yeah, right?
That's tomorrow night.
1,
2,
2,
3. Sami wins.
Hey, we're like identical.
Don't touch a thing.
Someone's holding it. Does that sign say Born Usi? Feeling Usi.
Buffalo is Usi, which shout out to the Buffalo Bills, by the way, of beating, the New England Patriots, which I detest. But
what else? A scramble is the main event of Throwback Throwdown. Thank you, Damien.
Yes, Damon was the one that was kind of really going hard in the paint of like, you guys should watch this.
Right. I think these are just amongst themselves. Sami won. Sami, how you doing, Dale? Hope you're doing well. Larry, Sami, Uso won. There you go. Points in the pool. And like Nick said,
there we go.
Everybody in the fantasy faction. We were once champs, and then we were sucking pond water. But we look forward to getting back to the top.
No, we tried to apply logical booking to Vince McMahon and Tony Khan's booking. Listen, and that's a terrible idea to do, folks. It doesn't work out well. It leaves you with a lot of headaches.
I
heard you had a headache.
What's that?
No, I was literally referencing an earlier comment from Larry.
Like, how'd you know I had a headache?
Not you.
Right? No, I got it. Violent by Design is good or not? I might watch Violent by Design. Violent Night. Oh, fuck it. I'm thinking wrestling, Dro. Focus.
Right. I was like, Violent by Design. Yeah. I'm like, really?
Now, I like Violent by Design, but they killed off Eric Young, so here come the rumors.
Well, I saw somewhere earlier, and I wish I could take the time to Google the list of the people that have been killed off in Impact Wrestling.
That's amazing, right?
Oh, it's a whole list from Mickey James to James Storm to Chelsea Green. People have been killed off and come back to life, folks.
Yes.
Broken Matt Hardy, etc.
John Black.
Right. Well, and now I'm getting at least a video package for Escobar because we're hyping up the World Cup final, which this is still the rematch. And I'm waiting for Michael Cole to reference Lucha Underground on WWE.
I think he will.
He was referenced New Japan.
Yeah.
It would be very interesting for them to reference, and I'm waiting to hear it when they reference Lucha Underground. Because I think that's when we might need a wellness check or a wee woo moment on Vince McMahon.
Yo.
What are you yoing?
It's fucking caliente.
So
no, that's Santos Escobar. Listen, Selena delivering promos like this and talking this way and the confidence and being taken seriously and not being a bit of a joke you legitimately, not only do you believe that she could do what she's doing well, because she is, but she could also compete in the women's division, because we know she's a little scrappy wrestler. But now you take her serious. What's that?
I said she was queen of the ring, and how?
Yeah, but that was
again. I still feel like every time Santos and Zelina show up on TV, Charlotte has to turn the TV off for Andrade for like 5 minutes and be like, he needs to go take a walk and everything.
Oh,
just that's where Andrade should have been.
Right. Oh, that was me.
Right. But this is the rematch between Prince Puma and King Kierno from Lucha Underground. I'm still waiting for Michael Cole reference Lucha Underground.
That's really
on WWE television. We've already heard. I'm sure Vince already almost was Linda. It's the big one.
Right
when they were referencing New Japan.
I don't care, Vince.
The AJ and Finn match.
Yep. That's true. And I mean, it makes sense. Why would you not pay homage to the history of certain wrestlers, right? Like, it's so ridiculous to act like we don't talk about it. The fans might know. Like, fuck it. We already know. At least if you say something cool like that, we're like, oh, what does that mean? And if you're a dumb fan, a knowing fan, my apologies, you can then go like, oh, that's really cool. Like, it must mean, oh, that's cool. They came from this other place. They used, it gives them credibility.
Right. To me, it's always been weird. If Vince McMahon doesn't look like, if mentioning other companies shows that they chose to leave there to come to you, he always took it as, oh, it means that we're lesser than or anything like that, or it's all competition, bud. But no, it shows that they chose to come to you. It's like the NFL, like any other sports team. No fucking NFL teams get mad if the broadcasters bring up that so-and-so joined them and they used to play for that team beforehand.
Right.
If they're on your team and they're freaking winning, that's what matters.
Absolutely. I was King all over my own tongue. King Kranos. Santos. Who cares? What's up? Jojo, how's it going, buddy?
Why? Jojo, why? One shot, why?
Ricochet, FTW.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Now that we brought it up, do we want to give our predictions for that match? Because I feel like they're setting that as the main event. That's been the one big thing advertised, and it's interesting to see, on a side note, of how much we're getting now with professional wrestling of stuff's not getting advertised until you tune in. It's making you want to tune in because you don't know what's going to fucking happen.
Mm-hmm. And I think part of that is it part of the other side of that coin of like, all right, often we tell them what's going to happen, and then people get to decide whether it's worth tuning in or not. So it could go either way.
Now they don't have a choice.
Right?
But we've got Jordan Grace coming out right now on Impact as we're in a commercial, or at least I'm in a commercial for SmackDown.
I'm also in a commercial, sir.
We're in sync as per usual. Normally just mentally, not on stream or not visually.
We're all here.
You know what I meant, goddamn.
I'm with you. All right, folks. So we are in a commercial break. If you're just tuning in for the first time, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do this for all the shows. We will be back tomorrow for GCW Wasted Time. As we've mentioned, Nick Gage is on the card. Oh, we got Trey Miguel. Got his time card. So does the other dude. Oh, Bill Ding. Oh, takes the time card in the face.
You are a year and a half behind me.
Okay, so who won? Oh, Trey. No, there go Trey McKell.
Trey.
Oh, okay. Let me just drag this little arrow.
There you go. Right. It's what happens when you're live, folks, and you're trying to watch 3 shows at the same damn time. At the same damn time.
But yes, just if you're tuning in, like Nick said, we are watching Impact Throw. Oh, there's Jordan Grace.
There you go. You're good.
But we're watching Impact Wrestling. We're watching SmackDown. We will be watching Rampage. We are back tomorrow, and then we're all week long through all your favorite shows. We are the alternative commentary. We got lots coming your way. Don't forget our weekly podcast. And go check out the interview we did last night with Mike Hollow, the All-American coach, as many call him.
Speaking of Mike Hollow. Right. So fun fact for those who haven't watched the interview or anything or don't know this man. Well, Kofi Kingston's on your screen right now. If you're watching SmackDown or if you listen to us and everything. Mike actually trained Kofi, and he also trained Tommaso Ciampa. He also trained Ivar from the Hot Topic Raiders, the Viking Raiders, War Machine.
Barry Saturn. You're like, why do you keep bringing him up? I'm like, I like him.
Well, I know I like Barry. To me, I'm more thinking of my wrestling timeline. I'm like, does that match up?
Yeah, just out of left field. I'm like,
right. Well, even Damian Sandow, Aaron Stevens.
Wanda the Wolverine. Also, Tamina's cousin, but Savannah.
So we've got right now Kofi giving it to Eichner and Ludwig on SmackDown, and we've got Savannah and Jordan Grace going at it on Impact. But sorry, I completely sidetracked what you were talking about. You were shouting out the channel. You were doing it.
Oh yeah, no. Thank you for tuning in. We're watching 2 shows. Don't miss everything. Don't miss anything. And yeah, like, subscribe. Please tell everybody you know that we're here. Like I said, we just eclipsed 1K. We're pushing, climbing on the way up there, almost at 200,000 views. So life is good. Life is good. But we appreciate it, and help us out. Oh, Bray Wyatt's on the screen.
Perfect timing. You ended your promo, and I decided not to continue it on as Bray Wyatt showed up on screen.
All right, folks. Bray Wyatt in the house. I want LA.
We think we're spoiled. I think we're spoiled today. Yeah. Meanwhile, we've got Jordan Grace versus Savannah. Give us your prediction in the chat while we listen to Bray.
I didn't catch Jordan Grace's character, but
Rough Rider, I believe.
Oh, pardon? Pause.
Oh, Georgia Cobb, even better.
Georgia Cobb.
Pause. And Wanda the Werewoman.
What is happening?
Bray Wyatt saying some must die so that others can live. This is 100% him against him.
I want LA Knight to beat him up, like right now. Like I want LA Knight to jump in and fuck up this promo.
That man's already gotten beaten enough. You want to see him get beat again?
Yeah,
I'm talking about LA Knight, not Bray.
Okay. I just want Bray to get involved in something. I'm getting tired of the long-winded promos.
I'm not the one that hurt LA Knight. Oh, it's going to be his Uncle Howdy that did it.
Yeah, but who is Uncle Howdy?
This is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is what this is.
That's what that whole fucking phone call was that we did live.
Right.
So if you guys want to make a prediction on Jordan Grace and Savannah, that's happening right now. 2 big, powerful women.
Pause.
I got Jordan Grace.
Oh, 100. We're too damn agreeable tonight.
Right? What is that awkward breathing sound? Oh, it's like
I'm hoping it's not me. That's why I was really quiet.
I'm like, dude, I know I've been sick all week, but shit.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, am I panting, folks? Let me know.
Right.
I'll take a pause for the cause if I can't breathe. I promise. All right. So another cryptic.
They need to tie the strings together. Start pulling the threads together. You have to eventually fucking make the fucking blanket, the quilt, the sweater, whatever you're fucking knitting here. You have to tie the story together.
Yeah, listen, everybody knows how long I was like, Bray. It's got to be Bray. No, I'm happy he's back. I loved how they brought him back. The White Rabbit shit was the hottest thing in wrestling for a while, but it just died out. Like, damn. And now it's like you said, like, okay, we get another one of these. Do something. Like, what does it fucking mean? Like, it's almost like, fuck. You know, I hate stereotype, but it's like being in an argument with your girl and you're like, just tell me what you mean. I don't understand these words.
Help me to help you. Help me to help you. Help me to help you.
Get me to the point, and I will apologize.
Well, it's so interesting because the whole White Rabbit situation was so compelling.
Yeah.
But I think it's they don't realize that you can't just keep doing that. You eventually need payoff, and then you launch out of that. You can't just do it the whole time.
Yeah, no, you can't. Like, I mean, again, you can keep delivering these messages, but what I would love if you gave Bray Wyatt a fucking squash match with fucking Mustafa Ali or fucking Mansour or fucking whoever, and have him come down. As he comes down, that promo that he just gave was in the fucking corner, like old school wrestling, where he does his little talking thing as he comes out, gets in the ring, fucks somebody up, and we're like, oh my God, he's crazy. And then we can progress. And we're like, okay, he told a bit of a story, but we've seen him in action. Great. It reminds me of like Mankind. When we brought Mankind back, we didn't get a series of fucking a whole bunch of shit. The first time we saw Mankind, he ran out to the ring and stuck his finger in someone's mouth. You're like, what the fuck is this? You got to push the envelope a little bit. You got to give us something.
You do still have to keep it within the realm, at least a little bit of this is still a company. Like, he is paid to be a wrestler, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's a wrestler. And that's so maybe he should wrestle.
And a lot of people criticize that. They're like, well, Bray's not good in the ring. And I'm like,
oh, he's good in the ring. We just want to fucking see it.
But yeah, it's so few and far between, but we're getting Shayna versus Emma coming up.
Yes, we're getting Emma versus Shayna Baszler. Why was that so hard to say?
Shayna Baszler.
Pause. But Batman took the perfect time to do that as I was looking away. But absolutely, folks. I am right now in a commercial break on SmackDown. I've got the Shaq family, basically Shaq doing the clubs in a commercial for Papa John's on SmackDown. And I've got Savannah versus Jordan Grace still going on right now. Let me get through some of these comments. So, yes, actually, while we're going to be coming out of the commercial into that of Shayna Baszler versus Emma, which I'm still surprised that they didn't make her Tenille Dashwood. They just kept her as Emma, or brought her back as Emma, actually. That's where they decided to go with this. It to me feels like she's instantly slotted a bit below. So I'm going to have to take Shayna with that one. Dro, Mistress in one genre action. All right. I'm going to just let y'all keep talking because I don't know what y'all are talking about. You seem to be having an A and B conversation. I will see my way out of it. That Ronda Rousey need to drop that SmackDown title, and Shayna and Ronda need to become the tag team champions. But does that make those tag titles credible after that, or does that make it, does that just bring them down? That's the thing, is because I've said it multiple times on stream of that NXT takes the women's tag titles more seriously than the main roster does. So if it was enough to make Sasha quit and maybe at this rate potentially stay away permanently and Naomi leave with her, and it was to a point to where Bayley and Sasha were on the floor of WrestleMania, or throwing a temper tantrum backstage, to quote some people, that they're that mistreated, those titles are viewed that way up on the main roster. And I get it's under Hunter and everything right now, but it's almost like getting blessed with the 24/7 title. It's like, well, you have a title reign. Okay, cool. Well, that doesn't mean I want this. It's a blessing and a curse. I feel like if they went after the women's tag titles, you have to then book it seriously. You can't just let that fall by the wayside, because then it brings them down. Matthew, hello, new face. Is y'all's broadcast messed up? No, mine is not. It's on FS1 instead of Fox tonight because there's college football on instead. USC versus the University of Utah, as I've got Jessica Havoc right now in the ring on Impact. I believe Jordan Grace won. But we're very much still playing into the Emma and Madcap relationship on SmackDown. Am I the only one that feels that he should just be Moss, or at least Riddick Moss, not Madcap Moss anymore, especially now that he's not doing anything with Baron? But it's interesting. I feel like we're still setting up for a mixed tag challenge with all of the couples that they're mentioning and bringing up in WWE. But is your broadcast messed up? No, it's like I said, it's on FS1. As I've got Tori Nailbiter coming out right now on Impact. Oh, and we get a little smoochykins on the cheek from Emma onto Madcap. So they somehow still have more on-screen chemistry together as a couple than Seth and Becky did. Let me try. We've got Emma versus Shayna going on right now. Or kicking off on SmackDown. But that's where my original point was going with all of this. Speaking of Becky, I think I'm glad that at least SmackDown's now figured out that, hey, if college football is going on around us, near us, before us, what have you, maybe we just move to FS1 instead of they had for a lot of their audience. A lot of people missed the live viewing of Becky's return and all of that because of a college football game was still going on. Trust me, I was one of them, live on stream. KJ, my brother from another mother over in Canada, had everything fully on par, and then we had to rewind so I could catch up. But we've got Emma and Shayna kick it off. And I'm still trying to redo this damn Impact card. Oh, they just have matches on there twice. That's great. Oh, but we've still just got Jessica Havoc cutting a promo in the ring. So I'm going to focus on WWE. Small Marq, Madcap would work with Elias as a tag team. That's honestly not a bad shout. Christ, if we want to keep going with this whole faction thing and do WWE seemingly almost doing gang war like they did in the Attitude Era with the Nation of Domination, DX, DOA, Los Boricuas, etc. They're just doing that now with the Bloodline, the Brawling Brutes, Imperium, New Day. So I wouldn't even mind seeing if you did Madcap, Elias, and Boogs whenever he comes back. Christ, just make him a whole 3-man band gimmick. That's one thing WWE is good at now, is just knocking off old gimmicks or taking gimmicks from other places and acting like it's theirs. Motion picture productions mean any recorded motion picture project using a series of movies. Okay. Fair enough, Joe. Emma called him Riddick. Fair enough, DeMarcus. Good. Nice catch. I did not catch that. So maybe we're going to get him going back to Riddick, as Shayna's right now working on the arm of Emma. Already got that one. Don't forget the Raiders. Yeah, well, again, that's a little bit of speaking what I was talking about of ripping off gimmicks. Of it's very clearly that WWE was ripping off Max the Impaler with Valhalla, which she's not even Sarah Logan anymore. That's why I keep saying it's Sarah the Impaler or Max the Logan, all of that, because that's literally, hey, let me copy your homework. Okay, but just change it up a little bit so the teacher doesn't know that I copied you. That's what I feel like that is. I'm so ready to see Mandy Rose and Toxic Attraction come up to the main roster on Raw. I think them and Damage Control would be a great feud. That's not a bad shout, but do they go to Raw or do we go to SmackDown? Because the SmackDown's roster is a little lacking of, we've still got Aaliyah somehow, some way, somewhere. That I guess some people have tried to put out there about how they're waiting to build something for her. Yeah, and you're going to be waiting. But we've got Emma here that they're treating as Emma instead of Tenille Dashwood. So I think seeing Toxic Attraction and Mandy go up there and that versus, say, those three versus Ronda, Shayna, and Sonya Deville. There you go. We can tie in the whole Sonya versus Mandy storyline and all of that. There's a trios match that writes itself. Ooh, that was sloppy. Shayna with a miss-running knee as Emma's now setting her up in a tarantula. Toxic attraction. What do you think Hunter would do with Eric Young? Oh, Basil with a head kick. I think honestly Eric Young might be more a backstage personality than anything. I think at this point he might just be kind of, and I don't want to say that because Shayna with the Karafuda clutch on. Emma's gonna go out and she taps. No way, Eric. What are you gonna turn him into? No way, Jose. No. No, I think that he honestly might be more of a backstage person at this point. I'm not saying he can't go in the ring. I'm not saying that he wouldn't go in the ring, anything like that. Yes, I know, KJ, that he wrestles, as I see you in the comments. But he's also been wrestling for quite a while. So he could be a coach like in AEW Christ, I'm blanking on her name there from the beautiful people. But how she's a coach, but she's had more matches than I've ever seen her do any bit of coaching. And we've interviewed even a coach of wrestlers. Shotzi comes running out into the ring. So we've got Shotzi and Shayna going at it right now. But so Shayna taps out Emma for the win and again hits the big knee onto Shotzi. As I've got Brian Myers right now getting interviewed backstage on Impact. Right, that's basically the warning. All right. Yes, I know he wrestles. The Rock might win the Royal Rumble match. Yes, Dro, we already talked about that earlier tonight. Toxic Attraction is the modern day version of the Freebirds, only more vicious with an attitude to match. Curtis, you sound like the perfect hype man for them. But we've got Raquel right now coming out with the broken arm. So she's even got it in the braces. I think it's all a little kayfabe. But Curtis, I feel like Toxic Attraction and Mandy's 100%. She's revitalized her whole career. She alone could be a legitimate contender for either women's title on the main roster. But I do like that. That's an interesting shout to compare them to the Freebirds. But so it looks like we're setting up a pairing of Emma, Shotzi, and Raquel. Eric is like the next generation Tommy Dreamer. He's going to wrestle till his leg falls off. That doesn't mean it's a good thing. I'm going to leave it at that because I liked Tommy before he talked a lot. Is this a gauntlet match? No, Larry. It was just one match, and then we had a bunch of interference after this as we're getting military style video package right now for Lacey Evans. I like this. Somehow still makes more sense than what they tried to do with her as the Southern Belle, what they tried to do with her as the baby face, but that still was a heel, and like all of the weird awkwardness that they did with her of this. No, they're just showing that no, she's a military chick. She was in the Marine Corps. She's a badass, and she's coming here to whoop some goddamn ass. It's a little G.I. Jane-ish. I will say that. But I guess her slogan is now the mission begins. So, I mean, hey, it's better than her showing up with the brown smudge on her face and all of that. So I'll take it, or calling everybody nasties, as I've got Chris Sabin coming out to the ring on Impact looking like an old school beat reporter. And I've got Kofi Kingston coming out right now. Is Crossboy live tonight? I don't know who Crossboy is, but I know we're live tonight, and you should like us, and you should tell everybody that you know to tune into us. Oh, and we're getting Kofi versus Gunther up next on SmackDown. Hell yeah. Hey. So let us know who you're taking for this match, folks, that we're going to be getting after. Of course, we go right into a commercial break. But let me know who you're going to have for this match, Kofi or Gunther. How many gimmicks is Lacey Evans going to have? A-Town, what up? I feel like at this point we're almost at number 5. Oh, and we're getting Elias and Matt Riddle versus the Usos for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships on Monday Night Raw this week. And we'll be here live for this. So absolutely, folks, we are your alternative commentary. We're the wrestling buddies you can't get in real life. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. We're here covering anything and everything when it comes to professional wrestling. As you can even hear, my voice is already getting a little bit sore because I'm over here talking about so much damn wrestling. So absolutely. We just hit 1K. I still want to try and get that field goal post at 1.1 before we get to Christmas. Before we wrap up 2023, folks, let's get to that 1.1. Damien says, Gunther for the win. DeMarcus, I want to see Karen Cross and Scarlett tonight. Not a bad shout, but again, it's interesting because now we've gotten so much how not a lot of stuff's getting advertised before the shows or anything of. Now, we literally, the only match that we really had advertised for SmackDown tonight was the World Cup final. Everything else has literally just been last minute add-ons, I feel like. And it's not a bad show because, like we talked about, it makes you want to tune in. It makes you kind of have to tune in, but it makes you want to tune in because you don't know what's going to happen. I wasn't expecting to get Kofi versus Gunther tonight. And it looks like we're going to get, are we going to get Brian Myers versus Chris Sabin right now on Impact? Crossboy, because I don't want to say Karen Cross. Fair enough, Joe. There we go. They should give Sami the U.S. belt. I've already stated my case. They should. I could see it happening to where they give him the world belt. I think right now Austin Theory is going to kind of hold the belt for a while as U.S. champ. And now I'll ask you this while waiting for the match to kick off on Impact, and I'm in a commercial break on SmackDown. What do you think about people comparing Austin Theory to Sammy Guevara? To me, it's not a bad shout. I feel like they're almost kind of, two sides of the same coin a little bit. Oop. The small Mark says WWE makes no sense. People get title shots without earning them. No continuity. Well, I didn't say it was the title shot. If you're talking about Kofi versus Gunther, they didn't say it was the title shot. It's just a match. I think it was because of Kofi backstage talking that smack to Ludwig and Fabian Eichner. Giovanni Da Vinci. I literally just blanked on his new name. Gunther for the win. I think Sammy versus Austin for the belt, no problem. Except for they're on 2 different brands. But anyways. Wait, even better, have Sammy win North America. No. You're just going down. The North Atlantic, that's a different promotion. Oh, are you talking about Sammy Guevara there? I was going to say, you're going all through sorts of wrestlers and promotions with that. And now we're getting a video package for Ricochet. So again, we're very much hyping up the World Cup final tonight between Ricochet and Escobar. And I really do think, folks, I know I tell everybody fucking tune in every night, all night, everything, etc. I very much get the feeling that Ricochet versus Escobar is going to be a match you don't want to miss. Based off of what they did in Lucha Underground, based off of the hype that they're getting for this, the push that I feel like both guys are getting for this, the build that they're doing behind this, this is going to be a really good match. And I don't want you to miss it. Sorry, Damon. I talked right over your question. As we are getting Chris Sabin versus Brian Myers in Impact, so I'll ask your prediction on that match as well. I'm going to take Brian Myers coming out here basically looking like a combination of like Jim Duggan and the Bushwhackers. But so who you got, Brian Myers or Chris Sabin? What's the best brand you think Eric Young would fit better, Raw or SmackDown? KG or Nick? NXT, right? And respectfully, maybe. I almost want to just say that it depends on what you have planned for him, of how you want to use him and all of that, because I feel like with Eric Young, you could use him as a veteran, giving back to a lot of the younger guys, and being that veteran force in NXT. I wouldn't even mind, to be honest, who here wouldn't not want to see Braun Breaker versus Eric Young, or Carmelo Hayes versus Eric Young, or Grayson Waller versus Eric Young. There's a lot of interesting matches you could get down there. As we've got Gunther and Imperium coming out right now, and I'm so thankful that they went back to Imperium.
Hello, absolutely.
All times I've looked down and you just either disappeared
or magically appears. No, right. Folks, and listen, I have to take objection with the idea that Eric Young would come back in a backstage presence because he's old, and I think this back. Listen, watch out for Killian Dane. Nikki Cross has gone back to being crazy. We haven't seen Wolf in a while. Where the fuck's that guy? There's a possibility that we get the return of sanity. And I think Eric Young has tons to give as far as being a compelling character. I think he was one of the most interesting things about Impact Wrestling was Violent by Design. The way he brought that together, the promos, the angle, the image, the view. I think he's more than a backstage presence, but he does have a lot of veteran quality that he can pass on for sure.
I'm not saying at all. I'm not discrediting that man at all. I'm more looking at it of thinking of what he may want to do, and where he could be.
I think he wants
best utilized. I'll say.
I think he best utilized leading sanity and running amok on this fucking. Give me that entrance back.
And you bring back Fulton from AEW too.
What?
Sawyer Fulton. Madman Fulton.
Let's go.
Bring him back too. I think Alexander Wolf's in Dub X Dub right now over in Germany. Damo would be an interesting show. If Damo shows back up, then you've got something. Right now, just having Nikki Cross and Eric Young, unless you're going to have them like paired up together, like
R-Truth. I mean, and again, it takes one phone call. Like, I don't believe, Big Damo's been doing some indie spots, but I don't think he's signed up anywhere. So that's an easy fix. Hey, Damo, want to get paid? Yeah, I do. Do you want to hang out with your wife some more? Yeah, I do. Do you want to, actually, be on TV? Yeah, let's go. Right. Do I have to hang out with fucking the little guy? No. Okay, good. I'm back.
Hey, him and Drake Maverick were good.
No, they were.
I take that back.
I wish I would have done that long.
I've got, speaking of ECW, we've got Shane Douglas looking for the tag.
I forgot.
The franchise right now hitting a terrible clothesline to Chris Sabin and got about as much momentum as a fucking Toyota with no engine.
Right.
So were you expecting to see Gunther versus Kofi tonight?
No, not at all. I wasn't expecting this, but I mean, it keeps Gunther busy, and at least he's in something.
Well, and I was saying this while you were on a little pause for there. I like how it makes you have to tune in, and you get these nice little surprises, like you weren't expecting to see a match like this, and people instantly were like, "Oh, it's a title match." It's not a title match. It's just a good match.
No, completely. I completely agree with that, and I think, that's not what I thought. There you go. So slightly distracted.
Fair enough.
Jordan Smith, good to see you. Thank you for being here. God bless.
Oh,
I like that. All right, what did he say?
I like it like that.
Yeah, there you go. But I like the fact
pair them together, tag team.
Oh, fuck off.
If you're not going to give me Index, give them as just creepy bastards.
Oh, that's funny.
Speaking of creepy looking bastards, I've got the Leaping Lords. I've got Matthew Reinhold, aka Aiden English, looking very much like Simon Diamond, with another balded, bearded gentleman. Braun coming out right now, so we're setting up Braun versus Gunther.
Yes, and I think it's interesting because Marcel's just screaming.
Just run.
Oh, Eichner made a mistake. Ow.
Is it funny how we've instantly just gone back to he's Eichner? He's no longer.
He should be fucking Eichner.
Right.
I don't know. Fabian Eichner's better than Giovanni Vici.
I hate to go against a good Italian name, but it does at least fit more towards their gimmick. So Strowman taking out Imperium outside as Kofi counters a power bomb.
SOS. Big kick out.
I have Monsieur Baguette, aka Omelette du Fromage, coming out right now on Impact.
Omelette du Fromage?
Yes.
Oh.
Any Dexter's Lab fans will get that.
Hi, I'm GG Poker Pro, Daniel Negreanu. All right, Daniel.
Right.
Order your Wrestling for Life t-shirt. Makes a great stocking stuffer. That's right.
What?
I'm changing my
what t-shirt.
What's that?
No, I was just saying how you could get a what t-shirt.
A what t-shirt? A Mr. Every Night t-shirt? I can't even wear my Mr. Every Night t-shirt on the screen because it turns my shirt into a green screen.
See, that's why point ahead, look smart. That's why I did mine the way it was.
Black and white. Yeah, I got you. I think WWE totally messed up with the Ascension. Yeah, like Vince. I thought the Ascension, they were the longest reigning NXT champions ever, and then they got fucking just pancaked, dude.
They would be AEW's version of, well, they were WWE's version, but I was saying they would be perfect right now in AEW because they just use them like Legion of Doom, because that's what WWE was trying to do. And just, I feel like AEW right now is a good spot for knockoff WWE gimmicks, and WWE just tried to knock off their own gimmick with making them Legion of Doom, and that's where I think they instantly failed. There was potential,
right?
But I think they relied. Vince kept going back to what worked before, and we got to keep doing that. Not quite, but
no, you got to keep it fresh. You got to keep it moving. You got to keep it relevant. And I mean, I feel like things are going that way at least, and a lot of the silly shit's going away. Like, Ezekiel's no longer Elias, or vice versa. Nikki Ash is just Nikki Cross again.
We might have had William Regal had it written into his contract with AEW that if Hunter ever took control of the company, he can just say thank you, fuck you, bye, and just go right back over.
Now, okay, so we're on commercial. So let me throw this out into the chat tonight. It's been on my mind today. Now, with what happened with MJF and Regal, part of me feels like it was a quick pivot. And if this was the plan from the beginning, and to me, it was a stupid fucking plan. Because it felt like an unnecessary detour. Like, we went out of our way to get back to MJF being the devil, being a prick. He had already established himself as a devilish prick. So we didn't have to play that I'm not really what I just said I was peekaboo game. However, if William Regal had said to Tony, hey, I'm going to use my opt-out clause and head on my way. Now you have to pivot, and all of a sudden MJF is punching him in the back of the head. Maybe that originally wasn't the plan.
Well, that question is twofold as we come back from commercial. So I'll say this. On one hand, I don't think you're in a bad shout of saying that that's probably the last time we see William Regal on AEW. Granted, we don't have it confirmed or anything of when his contract's exactly done. We've had Meltzer say it's 3 years, or it was a year, then it's 3 years, which Meltzer's just Tony Khan through the media at this point. And then you had Sean Ross Sapp that said it was up at the end of December. And now you've had Brian Alvarez that said, no, he had this whole clause written in to where if Hunter ever took control of the company, he could say, thank you, fuck you, bye. But so we don't know which is actually accurate.
Right.
And I think
if I feel like you're booking me like shit, I'm leaving.
Well, I think this whole thing's been a pivot on a pivot on a pivot thing. Because I think MJF was originally supposed to be involved with Punk. That didn't happen for obvious reasons.
Yeah, and that's when we got this weird contrived Bibbins storyline, right?
Right, because that's the whole thing. Is Bibbins has even got a record of saying that's what was supposed to happen. It was supposed to go to there.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Now, I think that this is setting up for MJF versus Danielson.
But Danielson just did a heel turn.
Did he?
I think so.
Is anyone outside of MJF truly a heel or a babyface in AEW?
I think Jericho considers himself that, but
We
they also
just think he is. We don't.
What?
That's how we feel about him. He thinks he's the fucking babyface of
Oh,
this shit. Frog splash onto the back of Gunther.
Yeah, that can't be fun on the knees, buddy.
No,
By the way, we
again,
got
big
Oni.
gentleman like Gunther.
We got Orny Otis Oates in the ring right now, which I believe might be Steve Macklin.
I believe so.
Yeah, that's Macker. All right.
Canadian showing.
By the way, speaking of Macklin, do you see Deanna getting a little, like, again, another one of these stories that pop up? Hey, Chelsea, you got any room in your home?
Well, it's still to me always one of those things of how much do you really want to go with the dirt sheets and how much do you want to take.
Tweet. I mean, you
kind of. I know the tweet thing, but I'm saying as far as people thinking that Chelsea's going back to WWE, same thing with Cardona.
If I was TK and I had an opportunity, I mean, if he could bring in Deonna Purrazzo and Chelsea Green, now your division's developing depth. Imagine the combinations of good quality matches. You could have 2-3 women's matches on a card that are now quality. It's not fucking Rio and Hayter. No offense, buddy.
And the AEW fans might sit cross-armed instead of on their fucking hands. I don't think the AEW crowd honestly wants women's matches as much as they act like it.
I don't get it.
They get good fucking matches already, right? And they just sit on their goddamn hands.
When you tune into a WrestleMania and Becky and Belair are one of the best, if not the best match of night one, in-ring match, why wouldn't you want to see that? I'm all for it.
Oh, absolutely. Well, my whole thing is that I'm saying of people, I think they just stay where they're at and they just stay independent and everything.
This is quite a match, by the way. It's gone on for a couple segments.
Oh, absolutely. I'll say this real quick because I would try a drop kick from Gunther. That's not what I was going to say.
That's a bazooka drop kick, not a fucking shotgun drop kick.
Right. But I think it just becomes too many people reading into the dirt sheets and it might come back to bite you. Because I think at this point, I think people are starting to get promoters, especially Hunter, of I'm going to sit there and just tell you what I want you to know. And so you start feeding out my own stories.
Well, that's it.
He probably sitting there like, I haven't even called Chelsea, but I'm going to put it out there or somebody's going to leak it out that, we might be interested or she's coming back here. And there you go.
Mm-hmm. Cute little side note. We are 8 thumbs away from 100. So get us to 100, folks. Help that algorithm. Give it a little massage for us.
Pause.
A little thumb massage. Pause. I'll see your pause and I'll raise you.
Well, you've got Speedball as a Frenchman.
Oh, there you go. Big win. Big win for Gunther.
It's funny, though, because I just realized that Speedball Mike Bailey dressed as the Frenchman there on Impact. And you're like, oh, there we go. I'm like, what the hell?
Like, easy.
All right, so Gunther picks up the win over Kofi.
Never staying stagnant, battling through.
Did I just hear a Rollister? Huh? Rooster? What?
Oh, fuck. This a rooster?
Is he called a Rollister? What? A rooster? What?
Are you rooster?
A chicken? What?
What?
I'm trying to avoid a certain word because I like being on YouTube.
I know. I felt the tap dance.
All right. Fightful Select reported Tegan Knox signed a deal with WWE.
I believe it. I believe it. Again, building depth.
Dakota's the one who sat there and said how originally Damage Control was just supposed to be, I believe it was Dakota, Tegan, and Candace.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Man. Do you think Damage Control is fucked at this point?
Been. Not
like, are they not
been.
Are they not pooched?
They're poochy 100%. I have to go now. My planet needs me 100%.
Yeah, bro. Like they're just like fucking like Austin Theory buried. And it was, that was one of Triple H's first big bringbacks, and like look under. Oh,
so we have right now we had the Bloodline backstage, and
wait. Oh, Sheamus is here.
But before that, so they sent Sami and Solo off, and it was just Jimmy and Jay talking. And
you've seen his eyes.
Jimmy said to Jay, "Did you talk to Sami about lying to your face?" And I guess Jay said, "No, Big Dog said he saw what he needed to see when he looked in his eyes," or something like that. So it's very much they're still halfway sussy-wussy.
They don't believe
Sami
it, right?
Zayn.
Is it because he looks sad when KO? Like, listen, man, that little clip that's going around with the sad music and KO and Sami, just like, I don't ever want to work with you again. I don't want to fight you. I'm like, holy shit, it's compelling, but maybe that's it. Like Roman's like, oh look, he didn't really want to say goodbye to Kevin.
It's the fucking Notebook between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn right now.
If you're a bird, I'm a bird.
Right?
Half the people out there were like, what?
What?
When will Marks realize that wrestling promotions use the dirt sheets as part of their storylines? They need a narrative and they use it to their advantage. Not always, Smile Mark, and go.
I was just going to say, exactly, not always, because Tony Khan is 100% a Mark and everything like that. Yeah. So he's just excited and just wants to tell everybody. And 100%, Dave Meltzer is the mouthpiece to the internet wrestling community of Tony Khan. Very much everything's in favor of AEW, and there shouldn't be that many leaks. I shouldn't know that Ace Steel bit Kenny Omega. Like, everybody was giving props of like, to the elite of, they were in Chicago, they were going to have to address it anyways. Right. But if you weren't marked for yourselves and everything fucking beforehand, we would have never gotten here, and you don't need to play into the fucking dirt sheet shit.
Yeah. Nah, man, listen, we all know how I feel about the whole situation. I mean, at the end of the day, best case scenario is this all a work. It would be genius. A lot of people that have to apologize and eat some crow, maybe me a little too. But at the end of the day, man, like it doesn't look that way, and it doesn't look possible at this point. And ultimately, they're fucking EVPs acting like big fucking kids.
Right. I want to just get this, Colin, and then I want you to give your opinion on about people. About companies using the dirt sheets, to their advantage and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
But so on Impact, we have baguette for the win, baguette for the win, baguette for the win. It had a metal rod inside the baguette.
Yeah, there was a metal rod in the baguette, the old trick.
Right. I just wanted to call him baguette, baguette, baguette. But so do you think, I talked about how I think Tony Khan just is oblivious to that whole fact. Do you think that WWE, etc., still uses the dirt sheets, the Fightfuls, the Brian Alvarez's, the Sean Ross Sapp's, the Meltzers, all of that for, to pump out their storyline?
Yeah, I mean, listen, do you find it funny that every time we're heading towards a WWE pay-per-view, 2 or 3 names are leaked as possible going to be there, and the dirt sheets are like, we've heard sources, people have spoken, like, yeah, and a lot of them never come to fruition. Like, we saw for months where, like, Bayley's coming back this weekend, Charlotte's here, and you're like, okay, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. And again, that's how do you drive views by putting that shit out there? Dirt sheets love it.
Prime example, Zoe Starks debuting on Monday Night Raw. Nikita Lyons versus Mandy Rose for the NXT Women's Championship on NXT this week. That never fucking happened. What was the other? Even when we were talking about with Cody, again talked about him working out, basically full recovery from his injury and everything. Right as we're in this nice little pause before the Rumble and get it out towards the front of it. So by the time we get to Rumble season, you've probably forgotten about it. And then when Cody shows up, you're like, oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you got to I've said it for a long time where I would pull everybody in and have a meeting and say, listen, If you guys want to set up personal private accounts and post your shit and let who you want in to see your world, great. However, we need you to have a public account that is 100% kayfabe at all times. If you're a fucking heel, if you're fucking possessed by Bray Wyatt, we don't want to know about your pig. We and no offense, but we want the stories to match. Okay, if certain storylines are happening, because that's a public one. I'm not saying you can't have a private one that you allow people into your world, people you choose to see your shit. But I really do think there's a chance to use social media, and we've seen it in some cases where they start bickering back and forth. In this world, in 2022, you want to build hype, you got to find other means, the dirt sheets, social media, other ways to drive people to your product.
Right. Well, Christ, we saw it work with the White Rabbit, but
perfect example, actually.
We've got Damage Control in the ring on SmackDown, and I guess it's just ECW weekend over here, the Wrestling for Life Network, because now we've got Tommy Dreamer coming out looking like the chunky Karate Kid, the Karate Kid's dad. That takes karate a bit too seriously. Fucking
the guy
he's playing a Steven Seagal right now, and somehow looks worse.
He's the dad that stands on the sidelines acting the moves out.
He's the dad that's he's the bat dad at like high school football games and shit like that. But so we've got Tommy Dreamer in the IPWF. Oh, for half a second, I thought we were getting who was it that came out with Jeff?
What?
With Jarrett, Double J.
Who came out with him? Road Dogg?
Yes. No, before that.
Honky Tonk?
Before that. Little manager.
Oh, Jimmy Hart.
Anyways, moving on.
Who else was there?
The Southern gentleman. God, here. Anyways, I'm up here dying to death.
I don't know. It's escaped me at the moment. Charlotte Flair is teasing WWE return. That is correct. But I feel like that's been ongoing for quite a while there, Dale. Oh, by the way, All Control Delete is in the ring. They look good, but they're getting whatted, Nick.
What?
Oh, here comes Livy.
And I've got Brian Myers coming out cosplaying as Elvis.
Liv looking great.
When doesn't she?
Dear Rhonda, this is how you pull off the black look around the eyes.
You don't look like a fucking a raccoon.
A raking. Oh, wait.
Right.
Liv running. Liv don't give a fuck. Oh, is Damage Control going to get embarrassed again? Io and Dakota get pancaked.
At least Io's not wearing the neck brace. I saw some people that were out there
yes,
like, oh, did you see her with a neck brace? Yeah, and she was also in a backstage segment getting her ass whooped. I think she's good.
Okay, now I feel like we're going to get somebody. We ran out of women to run in tonight, so someone new?
Aaliyah?
No! Look! And she's back! She's back, dude!
Oh! Damn!
Looking good! Get in there!
Let's go! Looking like Jeff Hardy, 100%. Jeff Hardy.
I just said she looked good. You followed up with it. She looks like Jeff Hardy. Shit.
The fucking dyed purple, green, pink.
No, I can't unsee it, dude.
And the intro music, you might want to change. Sounds a little bit like somebody else.
Did that not sound like Rhonda's?
Oh, no, that's not who
What did you think it sounded like? At the beginning, I was like, what the fuck?
I thought it sounded like an X-Men character, and I'm not talking about Cyclops.
Oh. Interesting, okay.
Right.
Tegan Knox. Oh, Liv's got a kendo stick.
So are we going to get Liv and Tegan teaming up, or we just going to... I'm still waiting for the Tegan versus Dakota feud on the main roster.
Oh. The girl with the shiniest wizard. I love that, by the way. Big fan of that call.
And with the rippedest jeans showing that she has no knee braces.
Holy shit.
That's 100%. I was waiting to see the Stone Cold double knee braces.
But now here's the
good
problem.
on her. There's nothing there.
But Damage Control just lost a fight to 2 people now.
If Tegan Knox coming back, you get a pass. A debut or return, you get a pass.
Oh, fuck it.
You're getting them over.
Tegan looks like, yeah.
If they didn't put Tegan Knox in front of that, who the fuck are you?
To talk, but Tommy Dreamer looks like a stuffed sausage.
Incorrectly stuffed. Pause. He's like Pano. You put the stuffing in a little bit wrong, but I'm still good, right?
Pause. No, holy shit. Dewdrop should be returning soon. Now, what's the story on Dewey? Is she just hurt, or was she? I don't believe she was injured. Did Dewey get hurt?
Did you call her Dewey? Pause.
Wow.
No,
wow.
Dewey Cox is not showing up. Maybe she's just waiting to come back as Piper Niven. God damn it.
Next.
The last it was is she was having those backstage arguments with Nikki ASH, and then Nikki just kind of went mental. So,
how do you feel about they're saying up next is the main event, which I mean, by my count, dude, they're going to give this like a solid 25.
Right. So I've told people while you're on a little pause for the cause and everything like that I 100% think this is a do not miss this match.
As a guy 100%. Who watched every episode of Lucha Underground, I'm fucking thrilled for this. It's another reason why I'm a big fan of both these wrestlers.
Right. So I'm gonna take a pause for the cause here real quick.
New music. Is it maybe? Fact checkers, am I crazy? Did they switch up the sound? Oh fuck! Tommy Dreamer wearing a PWI shirt. Santos. Damn. Let's go. Broke nose for Dewdrop. That is the biggest. I want to know how many fucking broken noses have we had in 2022? There's got to be at least pushing 10. 8?
Oh, well, we've got
4 between 2 women. Right? Ruby and Britt broke their nose twice, did they not? Ruby definitely.
Ruby, Ruby, I believe so.
And I still say Ty Conti did it on purpose. She fucking drilled her.
What? All right.
All right, get out of here. Take a pause.
I gotta find the thing.
Oh, yeah, the pause. Folks, you are stuck with me for the next few minutes, but I am on commercial break. As we just mentioned, we are heading towards the main event here tonight, so they are giving a lot of time for the SmackDown main event, the championship, the World Cup championship between Ricochet and Escobar. Get your predictions into the chat. If you're tuning in to watch, let me know, let us know. Who do you think's going to win? If you're feeling lazy, give us an S for Santos, give us an R for Ricochet. But that being said, while we have that going on right now, I got Tommy Dreamer getting his ass kicked by Elvis in the throwback. Now, Tommy Dreamer looks like he normally looks, so I'm not really sure what exactly the gimmick he went through or is going with. I guess he wrestled in 1985, so fair enough. Same gear, too. Yes, you are crazy, KJ. I don't even know why. Lag it. Lag it. Go for Ricochet. Got Ricochet for the win. Legato. Ali returns on... Ali turns on Ricochet. I like that, JV, a little bit. I hate to give you credit, but I kind of find that interesting. It's a tough one. It is. I think we're going to get one hell of a fucking match, though. DeMarcus. Santos, Escobar for the win. Larry says same here. Santos for the win. I called her Dewey, and all I pictured was Baby Huey. There you go, Smile Mark. Sorry, folks. Still battling this this little bug that kept me down all week. So a little bit of a tickle in that throat, but still rolling along. I got Dreamer throwing punches here in Impact. But let me know what do you guys think? Tegan Knox is back. Thumbs up, thumbs down. I want to see 20 plus thumbs up or down. Tegan Knox returns, helps Liv Morgan. Completely different look. How do you think? Santos wins. Shit. Do I want to go Ricochet? I mean, I kind of like Santos taking the W. But then Santos versus Gunther. I mean, I think at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. We're heading towards Braun and Gunther. They're clear. They've made that clear. So whoever wins this, to me, unless Braun's going to cost Gunther the title, which then that'd be even more interesting. Yeah, I'll go Santos. Thanos. No, Santos. Santos makes more sense than Thanos. Thumbs up, fingers. He's feeling oozy. Thumbs up on Tegan. Lots of thumbs up. There you go. Pause. Yeah, absolutely. Tegan Knox is back. Yes. Tegan has returned. We were just talking about her. So, yes, big return for Tegan. My concern here is Damage Control. Again, they were a big deal. It was one of, Triple H's first moves as the dude in charge was to bring back these three women. And now they got their tag titles back, granted, but it was a weird, bumpy road. They go under a lot. Apparently, Survivor Series was up 46% over last year. Congrats. Makes sense. Tegan Knox is back. Why didn't Tegan Knox return at Clash? I don't know, man. Oh, we got Cross. We got Scarlett. All right. Let's see what Cross has to say. So now he's talking about Drew again. So now he's saying Madcap, the fool. Okay. Who's next? Oh, fuck. Nice. All right. So I love Karrion Kross. I love Scarlett. I like what they're doing. I like the promo or the vignette, however you want to look at it. However, Rey Mysterio, TikTok. Like, thumbs up, thumbs down that the fact that we're going to get Karrion Kross, Rey Mysterio. Why? Rey Mysterio got beat up by his kid. I don't want to see him fight Rey Mysterio. Get the fuck out of here. What's the point? Oh, wait. Next week on Fox, the Usos or Elias and Riddle, based on tonight, will go against Drew and Sheamus. Interesting. And Shayna versus Shotzi. There you go. 2 matches announced for next week. Shayna, Shotzi, and then we got the Usos, most likely, because Riddle's not going to win tonight. Hey! Next week, Kurt Angle, one of my faves. Birthday celebration in Pittsburgh for Kurt Angle. Oh, we got Uncle Howdy. Oh. I feel like we got the Owls. Okay. I know how he thinks and feels. It's all fiction. Okay. Trust me, revel in what you are. Okay, we got a Uncle Howdy appearance. Again, more cryptic shit. Anybody want to surmise what I'm supposed to take away from that one? It's confusing. I don't know where we're going with this. I want answers, damn it. Oh, thumbs down, thumbs down, thumbs down. Yeah, does it just feel like Cross is above it? We got an S, so Santos burying the all delete. Ricochet with his new entrance. I like it. Got rid of the choom, 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 choom. Give Riddle a better story, please. Yeah, listen, I thought they were doing the right things with Riddle. Hey! All right, I got Mickey James on screen. With ODB, Impact Classic. That's one way to put it. I'm sorry, Cross reminds me of late Sean O'Hare, and not in a good way. No. I mean, I get it, kind of, JV, but yeah, no, I don't see him in the same vein. I don't think Sean O'Hare ever really got that kind of rub or, that amount of time to kind of be what he could have been. It's a tough shout, but similar. But I think Cross is doing it extremely well. Everything from the backstage to the promos, you just got to make sure you're booking them well. Ray versus Cross is not good for my taste. Why? Why does Cross want to pick on Mysterio? And like I said, we just saw Ray get beat up by his kid at home. So really, Karrion Kross should beat Mysterio in 5 seconds and move on. TikTok. Brock Lesnar is next for who? I think Brock's going to stay in Saskatchewan for quite a while. Thumbs down. Karrion Kross doesn't do it for me. Reminds me of Wardlow. Oof. I don't know. Completely different vibe. And Kross is down. Oh, Kross in general. Interesting. I'm in the minority with the Kross love. Brock is next. For who? What's next? Dro's next. Thumbs up. Okay. Weird. The match is kicking off, and if you haven't made a prediction yet, get it in. I agree with you. I was a big fan of Sean O'Hare. I was really and Sean O'Hare was one of those guys that you got behind, and it just never got there. Like it just, you wanted more, right? And it just for multiple reasons, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, crazy. Yes, Larry. Yes, my boy did pass away. Rest in peace. But I may have been referring to someone else. That's funny as shit, man. Santos Escobar versus Ray would be really good. Yeah, I agree with that. I'd rather see that than Karrion Kross. My humble opinion. Santos right now on the outside. Ricochet, Nick's favorite Irish wrestler. Oh. Up over the apron. On the ropes. Oh, distracted. And yeah, Legato having an impact on this match already, folks. Ricochet gets shoved off top ropes and he's down. But here they go. All right. There we go. And they sell it so good. I love what Escobar's done with Legato. And I mean, I think even with the 205 belt, I think he was the only one that kind of made it feel legitimate for a long, long time. Wait. Oh, wait. Did Selena just get chucked too? All right. All right. Selena yelling at the boys. And we go back into a commercial. And right now I have the Hula Girls in the ring. Not Warlow from Powers of Warlord. Thank you. I read that better now. Maybe it's hard to put that together, just because Warlord was just so had such a gimmicky feel to it. Nah, do you feel like Karrion Kross like that? Karrion Kross versus Riddle, maybe not bad. Riddle will give you a good match with most anybody, and I liked when Riddle got good and pissed off at Seth. I really, really did. When Riddle was angry and not just bro, it was like, I'll fucking kill you. That was so much better. So I'm more than happy to get a little more of an edge, a little more of an attitude out of Riddle. And then he came out with bongos. Like, bro, like I get it. But now you have a chance to push your character a little bit. You have to evolve, or you become Orange Cassidy, doing the exact fucking same thing 3 years later. So you have to, when he did change up and have a different vibe, it worked for me. And I kind of wish they would have kept that going. Let him be a little more serious. Let him take on someone like Gunther and be pissed off. I think Riddle versus Gunther would work really well. Could Los Lotharios help Escobar? They could. Or Los Lobos, as I love to call them. But they've been MIA. I don't care for Humberto Del Rio. I don't. Is it no? Yeah, whatever. He never got over with me. Too kind of. But Angel Garza is not bad. Put Angel Garza and Humberto in NXT, if anything. I don't really want to see them on the main roster. Are you looking forward to Orange Cassidy versus QT Marshall? I'm looking forward to being here with you guys live as we cover Rampage.
That's why I'm dressed like a goddamn lumberjack.
Is that what you're going with tonight? I thought you were just cold. It's winter.
No, not quite.
Thanks, KJ.
Vitamins. Yeah, no. No, that's why I've got the flannel on and everything. Because they went with the whole lumberjack theme. And by the way, you called him
I feel like with all the
Humberto Del Rio, I think.
With all the fucking patterned shirts I got hanging in the closet, you're surprised I'm not rocking a plaid shirt.
Well,
I feel like I'm too
Canadian. Sometimes you have that. It's like Bret Hart wearing the Canadian tuxedo. Sometimes,
oh my god,
that's he set the standard, the gold standard, of, like, where you go, like you push the line of being Canadian so far that you dance with going too far Canadian. I feel like if you would have shown up,
some people would argue that's Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar is too Canadian.
I think he's pushing too Canadian nowadays.
Fair enough.
Canadian
I can see that.
Right?
Canadian tux with the fucking overalls and the cowboy hat.
Right?
We're straight out of Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan?
But
all right,
you took Escobar?
Yeah, I took Escobar.
Ricochet.
Ricochet all the way?
Oh, Ricochet all day, every way. All the ways. Pause.
What? Kross and Bray, I like. Kross and Bray could be a good thing. I'm down.
Be a good feud. It doesn't need to be a team.
Ooh. No, not a team.
Gotcha.
Now, did you see the howdy bit we got?
I missed it. I heard about it. I heard it through you. And how we're getting Kross versus Ray.
Yes, boo.
So it looks like they managed to slide in all the bullshit before this match started.
Just slip a couple things in at the end. So yes, they do a tarot reading essentially, where Kross is crossed. Wow. Tope Escobar!
Right. Tope El Fantasma there of Ricochet just went splat across the commentary table after that Tope Suicida from Escobar.
Man, they're giving these guys a ton of time on TV, so I'm all for this.
This is going to be one of the this is a late contender. I would not be surprised to say that this could be a late contender for match of the year.
Yeah. I just appreciate the main events, getting a lot of, and even if you're like, this whole thing with the World Cup is bullshit, they did it. They made a choice. And when you get to the end of it, you highlight it and make it important. And that's what they're
doing. At least we didn't get any Shane McMahon.
Fucking hell. Don't say that. It's not over yet.
Right. And
right near the pinfall.
As we're getting an actual lion tamer, Chris Jericho, take note on the Ricochet. But yeah, I've even seen people online have viewed it that the actual World Cup that matters. Like some people have really gotten behind this of you gotta actually put some effort into this shit.
Right. You know, instead of a 15-minute match, you know, kind of in the first hour, in the middle of the first hour, it's a main event and they're getting 25 minutes to rock it out.
It was the only thing advertised. And now I think that this, and
Now, do you see
the
what's
fact
advertised?
checkers can correct me if I miss it or let me know if I miss it, of they
Oh,
might be, even if they don't mention it, they might be playing into the fact that this is a rematch, the whole Lucha Underground of these guys. We know for a fact these two can go.
yes.
So let them go.
The crowd is cheering. Oh, wait. What are they flexing at? What is happening? Everyone?
I was going to say, I'm also looking at Impact as I've got, you know, Lay's getting tossed out.
Look,
so again,
everybody in the crowd right now, Nick, is looking behind the commentary table and like cheering and taking pictures.
Somebody probably proposed, like, you know,
that was what it could be. Look, everyone keeps looking over there. What is happening? Oh, wait, there.
Right hand from Ricochet and Escobar.
By the way, we still got this match with ODB and Mickey James and back elbow.
Hula Girls versus I don't even want to try and guess here. I'm gonna try and look this up. What?
I'll just take your word for it. No, I'm not looking
for auto bodies. Mickey James and ODB versus Volcanic Activity, Giselle Shaw and Tasha Steelz.
Volcanic Activity. Pause. Oh, crossbody.
Oh, shooting star crossbody.
There you go.
Off the ring apron. Oh, give this man a push.
No, I think by himself. I mean, leading a faction, I don't see him playing second fiddle to anyone. I really, dude, I mean, where do you stand on Cross? I'm a big fan. I like it. I think he's dominant. I think he can be a champion. I'm getting a lot of heat here about Cross.
Oh, no, 100%. I agree with you.
He's
100% a guy that we thought initially when he showed up that he was going to be going towards Roman. And now everybody's like, well, no, why would you think that? He's a fucking badass. And like you said, if he had a spooky faction behind him, if he was the leader of Judgment Day, or 100% you believe it, and they seem like a super credible threat, instead of I'm kicking my dad's ass because he has his Christmas tree up before the end of November. And you're in your 30s now. Okay, I think I've seen that before on an episode of Cops. I didn't know I saw it on WWE YouTube.
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, that's one of the first thought when they flipped over the card and it's Rey Mysterio's face. And I'm like, why? This man just got beat up by his child. Like, this should be a 4-minute squash
His
match.
wife didn't even give a shit. She was over in the corner of, stop.
Yo, Cross just show up at his house, choke him out. Good. Now who's next?
Right? Stuffs him in that fucking nutcracker that he had that was 2 feet taller than him.
Right?
I still find it hilarious that that's the excuse, the reasoning that Dom gave because he had his Christmas tree up before the end of November.
I think it's funny as hell.
Well, I was going to say in a little bit, that's made Dom a babyface to me.
Right? Hilarious. But it's a heel thing to say. Fuck Christmas, right?
No, it's not. It's a babyface thing to say.
Yeah, depending on where you look.
You wait until December, goddammit.
Brock versus Cross is my dream. You're a big fan of Brock. Yes. Cross and Bray, I like. Yep. Are you looking forward? Nope.
Well, no. Here, Dijak with Cross. Thoughts?
Could work. Dijak's interesting. I don't.
Terminator with Mad Max.
Right? No, do it.
Just that all the 80s movies.
Right, just start to shove them together.
Right? Where's fucking Rambo? That's how Boogs comes back as John Rambo.
Well, no, I mean, we're getting G.I. Jane coming back.
Right, with Lacey Evans. So how do you think about that? I saw you kind of react and everything when you like it?
That's better. My problem or my fear for Lacey is they might have fucking killed her with the last one. And there's been so many changes.
Too much.
quick succession where people are like, fuck, we don't care. She's going to have to get in the ring and do some stuff. She's going to have to either be a really, really good baby face and really win some really solid matches, or she's going to be a heel and do some shit that's, shady. But she's got to make an impact in the ring or else she's dead in the water.
Oh, no, she's representing the military. She's 100% the baby face, and she's got to be a fucking badass and everything. Because like you said, big superplex. Ricochet with a big superplex.
Johnny Swinger doesn't have to have a throwback name, by the way.
This is his night. It's all themed around him.
Right.
But yeah, I think there was even one or two people in the chat that were saying like,
oh, really?
Well, we're saying with Lacey about how, what is this, like how many gimmicks has she had at this point in WWE? This is what, number 2, 3, maybe 4?
Revisited one once. Like, I mean,
right.
That's a tough spot. And she got buried with the Ric Flair angle. It sucked. It should have never happened. Nobody liked it, including the people doing it. And then it just,
the only one who did was Rick and Vince.
Right?
Rick was like, sign me up.
All right, we got the guys exchanging blows. Big uppercut. Jab.
This has been back and forth match.
I wish the forearms looked more impactful. Like, it just sometimes looks so shit.
I don't mind them.
Oh!
There's other things I could nitpick. Oh, what the fuck was that?
That was a collision, my friend.
Car crash in a half in the center of that ring.
It didn't even look like either guy braced for it. Oh.
I need a slow-mo.
Woo!
It was the double cross body spot, but folks, I know we've seen that spot before. That Absolutely. Just looked a whole different level of violent. That looked in a good way. It looked like literally, no, we're both going for it.
Oh, huge impact by both men. If you haven't got your prediction in yet, let us know who you're taking in this match. And folks, thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in. Remember, at the top of the hour, we go to Rampage. We do not leave this stream. We'll do a quick flip over and we'll be covering AEW Rampage and continuing to cover the IPWF Impact Wrestling Throwback Thursday 3. Not Thursday.
Regional 3. But this has been a hell of a match, though. Like, we've already had a shooting star crossbody. We had that spot that literally looked like a fucking car crash between these two guys.
Right. Now both men are on the outside of the ring. I don't know what they're doing.
But we've got a title match going on right now in Impact.
Oh, I wouldn't feel the need to, like, touch the man. Oh, look at this. Both men up.
Oh, wow. Both men up. Just tightrope walking. We're going to get a shooting.
Oh, my
Spanish
God.
Fly off this. We're going to get a Spanish fly off this.
No, we got.
Rana.
I was worried about Escobar.
On the barricade, and Escobar hits a Hurricane Rana.
Are we going to get a double count out?
I don't know, but I think it just blew out the sound on my computer with that. They're having to mute the holy shit chance. That's what it is.
Oh, is that what they're trying to do? My feeds did not get to the.
No, I got it, but it all went quiet. So I thought
see shit in Canada.
You can do a lot of things in Canada that we can't do in the US. Surprisingly.
Puff, puff, pass. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to watch you guys. Thank you, Hassan.
I was gonna say that made my brain hurt there. I guys going watch you guys.
I pulled it in together. I think I swung it. Darby.
Maybe.
What about Darby? Yes,
going to be on Rampage.
We will be. Yes, he will. Big elbow to the back. Oh,
even starts to do the little, like a little bit of the Rock there, of the drop of the people.
Right, the little crowd buzzing, and this is where you have really, really good main events, and you do not need to have your world champion involved.
But see, this works good when you do it in 2 hours. Monday Night Raw, take notice. Versus you have to have an extra hour. So, like, imagine if this happened and it's like, all right, well, we've still got an hour of SmackDown, and the main event's going to be Dana Brooke versus Larry Brooks.
Okay.
Bills dog. I don't fucking know. I was trying to think of some shit main event.
I would have went with Reggie.
Scripts, you mean? Scripts.
Scripts.
You would have had to been a call-up. It would have been a return, a debut. You would have gotten a pop.
There you go. Right? Oh, Escobar rolls out and then just walks up beside him. Like, oh, yeah, there you go. Hit him. There you go. Make it look like he's trying not to help you. What is how? Oh, now we're getting the Spanish fly spot, buddy.
Spanish fly, both men up top.
Whoa. And I landed.
Super hurricane run, and Ricochet just lands right on his
feet. Goes crazy.
And just, whew, whew, 100%. This is a match, folks.
V trigger.
That's what it is. Northern Light suplex. Is he going to roll into a roll?
Brainbuster.
Roll into a standing suplex.
Lion salt. The Ricochet salt.
The Lion salt. Way better than Jericho could ever do it. 2 count.
I didn't know that was the number, Rally Sport. Good shout. 17 wrestlers have returned since Vince has left.
Well,
strap in and strap on.
Right. Well, Vince released 80, so we've still got a good percentage that are still floating out there.
We're just getting started here, folks.
Right. Strap on and strap in. Wow. Pause.
Where else we got here tonight? Me? Maybe you're gonna win.
You?
I like 3 hours. I can't get enough of it. Pause. Yeah, no, 3 hours too long. I'm old. I'm cranky.
I think that's the joke. Ricochet up. Escobar down.
Oh, right in the gut.
Oh. Knees up on the shooting star press. 2 count. The
crowd high-fiving each other and shit.
Don't sit down, fuckers. And even I liked even seeing Ricochet of like you can see him visibly shaking of like trying to get the kick out. Pause.
The Rico salt. I like it.
Accusations.
Johnny Swagger's got what the fuck is that? Doesn't even matter. Big knees to the face.
Right. Rolls through.
Poison Rana.
Ooh.
That move still gives me like, ugh.
2.
Another two, folks. Are you watching this? Are you?
And Escobar's even holding down Ricochet's hands and everything.
Right.
We're getting the desperate pin attempts and everything.
And Escobar sells. Escobar fucking gets it.
Escobar is what the AEW thought they were getting with Andrade and Rush.
But that's what you do. It's so frustrating because Andrade is so fucking good. I mean, a fan of this guy for
shitty booking will negate any sort of talent you may have.
Yeah, they fucked it all up. I mean, I feel bad for him.
Hit the reset button.
Back with his wife. Let her be the heater.
I could see them being that. That's the way they return. Both men up top right now.
The queen.
She doesn't need the queen gimmick again. She's already the queen of everything.
That's it. She just takes it. Fuck it. Oh, now we're back up top, and no.
Poison Rana off the top rope. Wow.
Oh, another big knee.
Knee trigger. Super good.
Oh, Escobar's fucking noodled.
Heel kick. Oh my God.
All kinds of craft dinner.
Ricochet.
The crowd is up. There is no fucking way.
Escobar, I like that he's still squirming around and everything.
We got about 2 minutes on the clock, so 6:30.
6:30.
1, 2. We got a winner. All right, good show.
Ricochet, the man I've been backing for a hot minute, and the man who has been needing a push. I understand Escobar just got
he's gonna get,
and he's gonna get a push. I don't let me have my moment. But Ricochet has needed a push, and still though, could you imagine? He's the one that topples Gunther. David meets Goliath.
See, this is where I'm conflicted. Now, I have a theory here. What if this rival, like the assumption is, okay, you know, Braun's going after Gunther. So what if Braun cost Gunther that belt? And you can have a Braun Gunther rivalry without the belts being involved. Look, he gave him fireworks.
The man's gotten pyro for the first time, I think, in his WWE career.
Nice. So he could win it back because you know what? Man, this is what I would like the IC title to be. Oh, shit. Oh, Gunther's going to shove him in this fucking trophy.
Speaking of the devil, and they show up here. Well, I remember when the IC title was the work rate title.
Yeah. So do it. Do it
right.
That way.
Chicago, Illinois. Ricochet. Gunther. IC title on the line.
See, I like it, right? You end the night and you're like, this is cool. I can't wait to see this match. Let's go.
And it's the IC title. It's not the world title. It's the IC title. Put some respect on his name. All three of y'all.
Okay, thank you. SmackDown 8. All right, folks. Get your ratings for SmackDown in. Like I said, we are going to do a quick flip over of the things. And we will return. AEW Rampage, we've still got Impact Wrestling going. Don't go anywhere. And if you do, come back. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live. We're back at it. We're rolling. We're ready to go. We got Rampage on the line. And if you just watched SmackDown, get your ratings in out of 10. If you were just tuning in, let us know what you thought of the show. Did you like SmackDown tonight? Did you enjoy it? Was it entertaining? I got an 8 on the screen already, Nick. I got another 8. I got an 8. I got an 8.
Crazy 8s tonight. There, as I've got Darby and Camarado kicking it off. And Camarado's throwing boogers, to kick off Rampage.
Wait, Boogs is on AEW now?
In one form or another. And I've got Kerry Morton on Impact Wrestling. Yes, so we still might see a Canadian Destroyer.
9. Ooh. 3. Well, Chris, Damage Control loses to just about everybody. You might have to start cheering for somebody.
Right, man, just mad about Bailey.
You might have
Tegan Knox back. Be happy. You got Tegan Hardy back.
Tegan Hardy. Like, she looks great. You're like, you should look like Jeff. I'm like, oh.
Tell me, though, all she's missing is the fishnet arm sleeves
really?
and a really tight-ass shirt, and she's Jeff Hardy from, like, early 2000s.
You're not wrong, so I'll give you that.
Right.
You are not inaccurate. But that being said, folks, what else we got? 7.5. So a lot of people enjoyed SmackDown tonight.
Oh, safe to say it was probably show of the week, I would say.
Ooh, show of the week, eh? Yeah, I agree. Okay. I'll go 7. I'll go 7.5.
I'll go 8. That's what I was. Well, when you were mentioning it before, although I got a lot of 8s, so I was like, I'd go 8.
Okay. Okay.
You had Tegan Knox come back. You had a good bit of build between the bloodline with Sami and all of that. The main event was fucking fantastic.
Main event was fantastic.
Main event was probably match of the week.
Yeah, actually, I agree with that. And Kofi and Gunther was a good match.
Right.
Matt, look, new friend says SmackDown was epic tonight. What would you rate it out of 10? Let us know if you're just tuning in. Like I said, we got a nice mix. 7. I'll go 7.5. Maybe I'm just being a little critical on a couple things, certainly. Where I mean, just nitpicky. Now we got another little promo from Uncle Howdy. again, more questions, more what does this all mean? But it doesn't have that same follow me like the White Rabbit. It's just more information. And where are we going?
They slid their BS in the back half before the main event. But on Rampage right now, we've got Cole Karter
Cole
versus
Karter,
Darby Allin.
formerly Two Stacks. Is he Two Stacks?
Yes. But see, that's again a little bit of when I say that AEW just kind of signs anything that's got a WWE mark attached to it, is that man could have very easily gone to the Indies, should have been in, like, if you're going to sign him, put him in your Ring of Honor.
Right.
Like, good. I could see that man having an NWA run versus
9 out of 10.
He's in there with Darby, who Darby, last I knew, was supposed to be getting a push. Doesn't really seem like it so much anymore.
Yeah, Darby's been puttering for a long time. He's another guy, when you just keep seeing the same thing without purpose, it becomes kind of stale. Like, I know right now, I'd say 85, 90% of the people in this chat are probably Darby Allin fans. Undeniably.
He's a pillar, remember? He's one of the 4 pillars.
Well, listen, right now, 3 of those 4 pillars have been pretty quiet. Right? Like, Jungle Boy ain't doing shit that anybody, like, I mean, all right, kind of, sort of.
He beat Canosaurus.
Right? And I mean, yeah, shit. I mean, I like Darby. He just needs some purpose. He needs to be, imagine like a Darby Allin Malachi angle that went on, like where they were just beating him down and he couldn't get over it, but he doesn't ever quit. And it's a really cool angle for a couple months.
Now, side question here, as we've got a women's match on Impact. Is the Sting effect now, is Daddy Sting, all of that, weighing Darby down at this point? I know we're setting up for them teaming with Muda for Muda's last match and what have you, but gotten to the point of you'd rather see Darby just be on his own instead of always knowing that you're going to have 60-year-old man jumping off of a balcony like fucking Mighty Mouse of here, come to save the day.
Well, I do think there's been too many nights that you feature Darby and Sting together, and when you think back to the show, what Sting did is what we're all talking about.
Right.
And even if Darby jumps off the stage and Sting jumps off the balcony, the fact that good old boy Sting it's going to make headlines, right? And that's a little bit of a problem for Darby when you're trying to stand out. If Sting was there as a supportive, to support the baby face, and Darby was getting a run of wins, and you felt like he was building towards like a TNT title and a run, something, then I think it's okay. Doing it like this, where they just randomly show up and then Sting saves his ass, that's getting a little much.
Yeah, to me, it's a little bit awkwardish to an extent of V-trigger from Cole Karter onto Darby, but it's, to me, I guess at times the coffin drop and the stuff that Darby does and kind of what got him over initially is the high spots don't seem as impressive when you have a 65-year-old man pretty much doing something similar, if not potentially more risky than what you are.
Right? No, that's the thing, right? And then again, because it's Sting, the icon, and his age, everyone's like, holy fucking shit. Nobody gets really fucking, okay, it's amazing that Darby does some of the shit he does, but if old man Sting does it right after you, it's fucking hard to fucking steal that headline or spotlight. But right now we got a pretty good match here going between, and if you haven't made a prediction between Darby and Cole, let me know.
I think everybody's going to be taking Darby. It's kind of hard not to at this point. What do you set? Well, I know we're bagging on a little bit of at least the build for Darby as he hits a fucking Canadian destroyer,
right?
Or co-red, sorry, for a 2 count. Where would you put Darby? You like the idea of, say, him versus Malachi?
Yeah,
what would you do with Darby right now?
Yeah, I would love to see him kind of be like in a long-standing program. Like, and people are going to say, well, there was some Malachi Darby stuff, but no, I mean like a really good story, right? Like some type of driven in heat or hatred between them that builds to something. And Darby could also go other ways, but I would like him at minimum where you feel like, you know what, next week if he had a TNT title shot, he could win it and be the TNT champion and run. And right now, I don't really feel that about Darby.
Fair enough. Well, you 100% felt like that at one point. Cole Karter, well, god damn, that was an impressive like falcon arrow off the top rope.
Oh, but that dude. Oh shit! His head's not supposed to land there, though.
Right. Well,
broke his neck.
Very true. Very true.
But Jim Cornette, that's awesome.
Yeah. I just saw that 100%. That's Jim Cornette.
Is that Scott?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. And Sonny Sanders. Louisville, Kentucky, Colonel Sanders, Sonny.
Right, 100% just doing a knockoff Jim Cornette.
I love it. I love it.
As Darby hits the double burns and then the coffin drop for the 1, 2, 3.
Darby most memorable match was him versus Jeff Hardy, and only because he took that outrageous bump. There's the big W, by the way.
Yeah, well, which is more memorable, that or the match with Punk?
The Punk match was really good too.
Or, well,
no,
you have the match with Darby and Sting versus, was it Hobbs and Starks?
Yeah, but wasn't
Team
it
Taz?
Yeah, but wasn't it Darby MJF that stole the show?
And that did too as well. See, that's the thing is you shouldn't have to sit there and be like, oh shit, yeah, he did have that good match. Oh shit, yeah, he did have that good match. No, you should just it should jump to the front of your mind.
Yeah. And that was one of my favorite matches, Darby MJF.
Oh, that got MJF over 100%.
But you just need a little more from the guy. I mean, he's young, you got time, but these are the guys that you're not highlighting on your shows.
Shane Taylor's on AEW. Sharing up with Keith Lee. All right.
Going against Keith Lee.
Well, no, either way, he's on fucking screen with Keith Lee. I don't give a damn if they're fighting each other, they're teaming up. Either way, hey, Tony Khan, I know you said I've been on here critical of how you've got a bloated roster, what have you, but the fact that you've got Shane Taylor right now on your show and I could get Shane Taylor versus Keith Lee, 100% sign me the fuck up. Shut up and take my money. And Swerve's just behind him, just smiling.
Oh, so we're getting Shane and JD versus Keith Lee and a partner of his choosing, which Swerve just showed up with a smile at Final Battle.
Let's go.
So yeah, Shane Taylor is here. We never saw him on. We didn't see him on the last Ring of Honor pay-per-view or the one before that either.
No,
this is a big
away
deal
from Ring of Honor. Pretty much when they let everybody kind of take a pause for the cause there and decide what they wanted to do. So absolutely, for those who don't know, now
you know,
right? Well, I'm just a huge Shane Taylor fan.
No, Shane
Taylor Promotions is fantastic.
Yes, and now that they're going to be involved with Ring of Honor, I mean, at least heading towards this. I mean, Shane Taylor, like you said, to see him one-on-one with a Keith Lee, even with a Swerve, he'd give us a good match. There's a lot of potential there. Like you got big guys like Wardlow and Hobbs that would give him a go, but you also have the athletic guy. I mean, it's awesome.
Well, even just shout out if we're going to do it in Ring of Honor and everything. Well, Gates of Agony there, Khan. Who's part of Gates of Agony, was part of Shane Taylor Promotions and everything.
Yeah.
So if we're going to bring back that era of Ring of Honor, 100%, shut up and take my money. I'll tune into that if that's what you're going to give me. Now, Tony, listen, I know you're probably watching, or at least you have some fucking intern that's watching. But so if you're going to do Ring of Honor, just replace Rampage, just swap it out, just do a 1 hour Ring of Honor show. And swap it out. And just do that. Just take that era of Ring of Honor and just let us be happy. Versus Orange Cassidy versus QT Marshall. I get cool. It's a lumberjack match. What have you?
It's a tough spell, though.
It's one of those of just. It's a little. I shouldn't feel of who gives a shit after every match.
Darby Hausen. Listen,
Danhausen.
I want evil Hausen. I want evil fucking Danhausen.
Evil Hausen was good.
Yeah, that was fucking
It's
dope.
sad that it lasted all of not even a full night, and then he went back to like this the whole time.
Fuck. I've seen Shane Taylor for a very long time since since his Ring of Honor days. Yeah, absolutely. This is I mean, you and I have talked about it before with Shane Taylor would be a great piece to all of this. Like, those are the guys when you're looking around going, okay, if you're going to make us watch all these shit wrestlers, why not bring in a guy like him that can do something? You hold him on the microphone, he's a fucking natural.
Right, 100%. A guy that, if you're going to stay to your signing guys that are independent talents and everything.
DJ Too Large.
Is that Moose?
Yeah, what? DJ Too Large.
100%.
Moose.
If you're gonna sign independent guys and everything, a guy like Shane Taylor is the type of guy you want to bring onto your roster. A guy that knows what the fuck he's doing. That's actually a guy that I'm amazed didn't get offers from WWE at some point. Yeah. Imagine Carmelo and Hayes versus Shane Taylor. Shit, sign me up. Even though some people aren't the biggest fan, Odyssey Jones versus Shane Taylor.
That would be an interesting battle. Now that we see Odyssey Jones kind of sneaking in, he might be coming back. He's cleared from injury. And I know Triple H was kind of giving him a rub, but pre-leaving NXT. So, yeah, who knows with that.
Right.
Jello.
Jello. Jello.
Hello. Now, I'm in a commercial with Rampage. We do have Impact still going on. Yeah, like I said, we got DJ Too Large rolling in, also known as Moose.
Right,
and now I'm getting a replay of the 10 turning on the Dark Order, and nobody cares.
Right, I was gonna say again. Speaking of the who gives a shite, it's you, and especially just make it. Especially if you're gonna do it as Ring of Honor, tape it live as its own thing. Make it its own touring thing, all of that, what have you. You've got more money than you know what to do with, clearly. So instead of having it be the 205 Live to Dynamite, just make it its own brand, make it its own thing. Make it your NXT. You don't have a developmental. And for everybody that's told me, oh, well, that's Dark and Dark Elevation. No, that's not a developmental at all, because then you don't have the Danielsons, the Kingstons, the Claudios, all of that wrestling down there.
Yeah, I mean, you could use it as a developmental, but it's not. It just matches, right? Like, it's not like we're not getting a whole lot of developmental. Look at NXT's developmental. They're developing how to do a storyline. They're developing how to talk, and some of them suck at it, and you hope they get better.
Yeah, claimed out right now.
Sorry, everybody loves the Acclaim. No, it's awesome. They do that whole drill sergeant bit with Daddy Scissors here.
Pause.
Right, Billy Scissors, Gun Scissors. I don't know what the fuck.
It sounds like I broke the KJ bot over there of just Scissors, Daddy cut Scissors. Billy, Daddy Scissors.
I interviewed Mark Paulo, and right at the end, he's like, "Yeah, I would finish with a superplex," and I'm like, yeah, you know what? That's a good classic. The power slam. So just glitch out.
Oh, scissor me, daddy.
Look, they're over as fuck. But they're like, what is? He says like, what does AEW stand for? And what's his face is like, acclaimed every Wednesday.
Acclaimed every Wednesday.
See you Friday. What? Jeff Jarrett. Oh, Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett's getting more screen time than people I like. I can't get more FTR.
And
come on.
I should just say anybody. Jeff Jarrett needs to just go backstage. Go work back there. Just do that. It's seeing Jeff Jarrett on my TV screen watching wrestling in 2022. I get he was special guest referee for WWE, what have you. It just very much, it still reeks of that Impact, that TNA stench, that WCW stench, that Global Force Wrestling stench of like, no, just go be a backstage, be head of live events, whatever talent, whatever position Tony gave you. I don't need slap nuts. I don't need body bags. I don't need any of that showing up on TV.
That's where you talk about Eric Young. He's not Jeff Jarrett. What the fuck?
God. Anyways, all right. Fine. Yeah, I'm gonna let you tear me a new one here.
Right. All right. Oh shit, that's me. We got the Acclaimed in the ring right now. They're over as shit. They are digging it. Oh, and they're being interrupted. By the Guns. Wait, I thought the Guns were fucking with FTR. We get an asshole chance, or ass boys. Makes more sense. One day after they say no, yo, listen. And Billy. There's Billy. Kip, you mean. What? There we go. Some love. I still don't oh, wait a minute. Here comes Jeff. Oh, fuck. Wait, what is happening? Okay, so now Sanjay and the heel group are getting cheers for making fun of the ass boys. So Jay Lethal and Jarrett are going to be a tag team, I guess. That's how we're going to roll this one out. All right, Daddy Ass with a mic. Billy Gunn's had quite the career. He almost married Chuck Palumbo. The crowd popped him. There you go. Does he turn one into Ring of Honor, and then Ring of Honor would be? Yeah, I mean, I think you turn Rampage into Ring of Honor. Oh, top guys in. Somebody needs to shut them up. Who, Lauren? Who needs to be shut up? Me and Nick, we don't do that, so I'm not sure who you're talking about. Top guys walk out between everybody. Yes! And everybody just let them walk on through. Okay, badasses. U.S., Italy, Germany, Norway. That's not fair. That's a lot. My Canadians, good showing for their first time. We're proud. We're proud. Master Skull, I got the USA. No. Sorry, I can't cheer for you guys. Sorry. Handshake between FTR and the Acclaimed. So I guess we're going to get another fucking 8-man tag. Ugh. Honestly, is okay, so now we got all these tag teams in the ring yelling at each other, but Private Party's coming out to fight Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. Hilarious. Moose is breakdancing right now and beating the shit. He's having a fun time in there. Speaking of Colonel Parker, Mr. 22, Jeff Jarrett. Yeah, pretty much. All right, now I'm getting a little video package of. Oh, we're getting Bunny mad at Sheeta. Sheeta fucked Bunny up. Here comes Private Party. Don't know how this fit into all this. KJ, one day after the other, I got that one. Not about you or Nick. No, I didn't think that. I didn't think that, Lauren. I was just being funny. I seen Ric Flair taking credit for Jeff Jarrett's resurgence, saying, no, well, Ric Flair takes credit for a lot of things. Jarrett, I mean, if you look through Jarrett's resume this year, Jeff Jarrett had a fucking busy year. He was everywhere, man. Everywhere. So I don't think Ric Flair was totally responsible. He was part of the stepping stones, but I mean, he was at SummerSlam. That helps. So, and he was already, I mean, he showed up on GCW. He participated. Oh, look. My bad, distracted by Impact. Moose has got a hold of Jim Cornette-ish. All right, folks, give me your predictions. Who do you got? Double J and Lethal or Private Party? I agree with my boy Damien here. Boom, right there. The whole Private Party shuts them up, or FTR. Who? Oh, Jeff Jarrett? Yeah, well, they're not likely. FTR might. But I have a feeling we're going to get another 8-man tag. Jeff Jarrett, Lethal, the Ass Boys, and then the other four aforementioned tag teams. It's like Teddy Long is silently on Tony Khan's payroll. Jeff Jarrett, but hurt because Flair stomped him in the last match. He didn't exactly stomp him. And everybody knew Flair was going over. So, yeah, I don't think it hurt. I don't think it helped. But again, all press is good press. Big chop by Moose if you're following along with Impact. So Moose is portraying DJ Too Large, and he's legitimately breakdancing. Right now, I got Jeff Jarrett. JEFF. JARRETT. Jeff Jarrett. Private Party, Whisper in the Wind, kinda. No, down. All right. Anybody surprised that all of a sudden we got like babyface Matt Hardy hanging around Private Party again? And how do we come full circle on this one? And why is this happening? What the fuck are we doing with Matt Hardy? Speaking of guys who should just be a coach, I think Matt Hardy's got a great wrestling mind. I just don't fucking know why we have to continue to. He just hasn't cut it on camera, and we almost killed him. Sammy's beat the shit out of him. Sammy, is it funny that Sammy Guevara is the one whining about people being too stiff? Meanwhile, he's after breaking a few people and his girlfriend breaking a few people. Oh, Jay Lethal on the outside. I feel like we're heading for a commercial. Private Party was over for a second, but that kind of fell to shit. But I'm in picture, folks. I will remind everyone we got about half Rampage left. We will run you through everything that's happening on Rampage. We still are watching Impact tomorrow night. If you look below on our channel, we are going to be here for not one, but 2 pay-per-views. We are going to tackle GCW. We are going to take on Wasted Time. Nick Gage will be defending his title. We do have Too Cold Scorpio. We do have the Sandman, which I'm looking forward to that epic entrance. We got lots going on with GCW tomorrow night. Then we have Revolver, the season finale. I personally cannot wait for Ali Catch, Jessica Havoc, an Ohio street fight or death match, or whatever the fuck they're calling it. That's going to be excellent. We get Swerve and Rich Swann. Moxley's going to be in the house with Sami Callihan. Switchblades are back together. A lot. It's stacked. Ray Phoenix is on the card. A lot to take in tomorrow night. Nobody covers it the way we do. It's like having the wrestling friends you can't get in your real life. Come here, join the channel, for friends, by friends. Like, subscribe, share, join us, be a part of the fun. And you guys have to see Moose. If you're not watching Impact later, go find the clips of Moose. It is amazing tonight. This guy, that's a guy I want to see with a WWE contract. But that all being said, if you can't make it on Saturday tomorrow, do not forget, we pop up all the time. We might have surprise shows. We're coming back with the shows. We got a lot of original content, our weekly podcast, our interviews. We got lots of interviews coming up. I don't want to jinx the one that's coming our way, but we got a fun one really coming up. A young lady who you've seen in AEW Dark. You've seen her on AEW Dynamite. We're looking forward to that interview, but we don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet. We got a couple other big ones lined up as well. We just did Mike Hollow last night. So like, subscribe, join. And if you haven't told all your friends or drop this link into a chat or on Reddit or wherever the fuck you do your wrestling talking, do it and join the fun. Right now, by the way, I'm still in picture-in-picture. Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett are in control. You guys should think about Twitch. I Twitch all the time. No, Lauren, it is on our long list of to-dos, and we're currently working in-house. We're bringing on support. We're a small army, but we're going to hit Twitch. We're going to hit Facebook. We're going to hit a website. We got lots coming. This is a little engine that could. We got to 1K just on the seat of our pants. Imagine when we get all our shit together.
Right. Or imagine when the family keeps growing. Because trust me, we've got a small army as it is, and we're still growing, still looking. Like I've said multiple times, and it's not just a gimmick, folks. It's not just a catchphrase like the what and the pause and everything. Big shit popping, little shit stopping, up to something season never sleeps. So even Christ, if you are watching us right now and you might want to pop up on here and everything, just let us know. Shout at us. Our socials are all there and everything. Christ, that's how I got here. I was sitting there harassing this man through the chat, like I'm sure some of y'all have done with us.
Yeah, we're always looking to add to the family. Background support, a news reporter would be lovely. There's a lot of things we're working on, folks. So we appreciate it. And a lot of you guys have seen where we came from, where like the graphics and everything were just basic to get going, to get rolling. This wasn't a plan. We weren't really supposed to be here. Then we haven't had a chance to breathe in 9 months.
Right.
And it's been an outstanding 9 months. So we appreciate everybody. I'm not even supposed to be here.
I was going to say, I'm a shining example. I wasn't even supposed to be here.
Tope private party. Let's go.
Tope champagne room.
No, what one is that?
Oh.
You. Alexa's trying to help me out.
Okay, yeah, because you
or
got
Siri.
loud like you got the boom mic. But like Small Mark even says right here, 1.04K currently for subscribers. I still want them field goal posts before 2023.
It's funny.
With the 1.1.
Sidetrack because Siri popped up on my thing on my computer, and I closed it, and then my Siri on my phone was like, "Did you say boom mic?" Fucking hell! I mean,
but yeah, I want the field goal post by the time we end 2023. As Lethal and Jarrett, who would have guessed that, pick up the win. But no, we're a small army. We're just growing 100%, and we got hoses. We got showses for the hoses. Yeah, you thought I missed you saying that line, huh?
You caught it. I like it. Oh wait, what the fuck is in the ring right now? Lauren, reach out on Instagram, say hi, and I'd love to check out the Twitch.
Yeah, no.
YouTube.
Let me know on Discord. I know I got you. Which, by the way, we got a Discord. Where's the thing?
We got a Discord. The link's in the bio. We got that too.
Right, absolutely. So go ahead, right there. Got the nice little QR. Make it nice and easy and everything like that. Go ahead. And everything like that. Now I gotta find the thing. I didn't plan.
Switch that around, Juice. No.
English, please.
Yeah, you know what? The thing is, at the end of the day, YouTube is a giant, and it is what it is. It's a platform to be on. Twitch is great, and we'll get there. But I know other people who've gone over to Twitch, and it hasn't gone so well. So, and I know a couple of people want their fucking YouTube audience back, but they're here. But other than that.
That's again neither here nor there.
Yes, now I got Saraya and Renee Paquette.
Why you gotta say it like that? Did you hear the accusations that I guess Saraya has to have oral surgery? Pause.
Can we talk about something?
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, this was part of the contractual deal with Tony, but Saraya consistently pumping her. Your brother's not going to be a superstar. He's had.
But he will be signed to AEW. You fucking watch.
I watch. But that's like, dude, you're giving a promo, and it's all about trying to get her brother over. Nobody gives a fuck about your brother. I feel bad. Your brother grew up with a really hot sister for his whole life. It's got to be troubling, but your brother's not getting over. Like, how embarrassing is it for you? Do you ever see it on Twitter and shit? Go look at my brother. Like, fuck, we get it. You're proud. But there's a point where there's a line between pride and making your brother look like a putz.
Well, and I will say this respectfully and everything as someone who
I didn't say it respectfully.
This is the most that I've done in the business and what have you. But to where he's bigging up both, 20 years in the business, never made it on WWE, and your claim to fame is you were in the crowd on AEW for your sister's match. I mean, good on you. If you're that proud for your sister, good on you. But if if you're waiting to get your shot versus Kenny Omega or MJF or shit to Samoa Joe, what have you, who's who on the roster? Good luck, buddy. You're going to be the next guy come 2023 that's getting choked out by Hook on Rampage to start off the show.
Right. And I mean, listen, I don't knock anybody's hustle. I appreciate everybody's hustle. Everybody's got to battle. Everybody's got to grind. But it's just funny. Like, when it's blatant, you're like, oh, dude, man, tell your sister to stop. It's annoying.
Right.
Athena, fresh off suspension, by the way.
Well, I was going to say, Athena, who's very much now playing into the whole gimmick of, I'm just showing up there to hurt people, essentially. Of she's calling out how she didn't even show up in a ring gear for this match, and now she's working the heel of going for the pin. Oh no, I'm gonna pick him up. Oh, did you see she kicked out? But I like Athena and I like this new edge to her, but it does that match that she had with that poor woman that seemed incredibly sloppy. But anyways, did you guys see the commentators got interrupted by Uncle Howdy? Yes, we did, Alexander. It's time for the main event of Throwback Throwdown, the scrambled match. Yes, and we've got everybody and their brother in this match. We've got Rhino looking like Texas Chainsaw Massacre's, cousin. We've got the Beer City Bruiser. There we go. We've got why am I blanking on everybody's name? Eddie Edwards. I was going to say, why am I blanking on everybody's names in Impact right now? But while we've got that, we've got Athena and I guess the woman hoping to not get hurt in the match with Athena right now, as Athena is a badass move. Cover for a 3 count. Athena for the win. This is an open challenge match. Fair enough. Vince Vaughn buried him on the silver screen. He has no wrestling future. Who? Amber Moon should go back to NXT. Oh, and that poor woman just gets dumped onto the outside. And again, we're getting, like I said, it's a heel turn for Athena to where she's now going after this woman 100% after this match. And I get it. I like the edge, the heel turn and everything from Athena, but doing this doesn't prove anything of cool. You beat up a jobber. Cool. You beat up jobbers on Dark. Is that supposed to really get you over with the audience that already is struggling to watch Rampage, let alone Dynamite? Hassan, what up? DeMarcus, Athena for the win. Yes, Athena won. Hi, yes, I am. Juice, hope you're not playing. What? Demo for my vote. Okay, Hassan, I'm not sure exactly what we're talking about here. No, you're good, Lauren. You don't need to tell me. Be right back. A heel Ember Moon. Yes, Larry, 100%. And to your comment earlier about she should go back to NXT. No, if she ever went back to WWE at this point, she has to be main roster. She doesn't need to go back to NXT. She doesn't need to do anything like that at all. As I'm getting a video package right now for Juice Robinson. So we're getting Juice issuing a challenge for December 10th. Yes, Juice. And it's not Orange Cassidy. So we're getting Juice versus Samoa Joe. December 10th for the Ring of Honor TV title. So Samoa Joe is going to be, again, double champ. He's going to be the tribal chief of television titles. Because I think again, that's a guy who should be getting a push right now on towards the main title. If you had Samoa Joe going after MJF, 100% that is way better than I feel him a bit messing or well, I wouldn't say Wardlow or Hobbs, but him having a match with Juice. I'd rather see MJF versus Joe than Juice versus Joe. Did you know Saraya had another surgery, Nick? Yes, I mentioned that about to where I believe she had oral surgery. Pause. What about Wardlow or Hobbs? They're going their TNT title. See, we're getting that. This is where we get into the confusion of, Ring of Honor is so much featured on AEW television that it's pretty much, you think, at least Rampage is already basically a Ring of Honor show, but you have the Ring of Honor world title main eventing Dynamites. You have the TV title main eventing Dynamites. You have Ring of Honor so much over AEW that you get that cross blend to where Hobbs and Wardlow are going for the TNT title. We haven't seen them really challenge for the Ring of Honor TV title. Juice is challenging for the Ring of Honor TV title, as far as I know. So you get that weird mix of storylines. What do you think Sarai going to say to Renee? Well, Damien, we're already past that, but I'm not going to try and predict her full promo right now. But I am in a commercial break right now on AEW.
Sarai said a whole lot of nothing. Sarai said a whole lot of, you should check out my brother. He's awesome.
Right. Yeah. But I've got a commercial on AEW, and I've got what's left of the scramble match so far on Impact.
Right.
Is that Josh Alexander looking like a lumberjack like we're about to see here for the lumberjack match between Orange Cassidy and QT Marshall?
Yes, we have a multiple man match. We have a knockoff Demolition wearing Karrion Kross's outfit.
Eddie Edwards looking like bought the discount cowboy outfit.
Right. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, I thought that was Bushwhacker.
But it looks like we're down to Eddie Edwards, Josh Alexander, and discount Damian Priest. For Eddie with a 3 count, so
I seen it. Oh, down. That's it. All right.
Nope, we've still got action going on.
Oh, T-Bar. I mean,
Dijak. I mean, Dominic. I mean,
is that Big K?
Who?
What's his face? Oh no, it's not.
Good old what's his name?
What's his name? Victor.
Not helping.
Big Con. Athena is the new AEW, so she can do Twitch streams. I enjoy her mean streak, though she needs a new finisher. Her Eclipse is too dependent on the opponent. Give her a submission or like the Ring of Saturn. I thought she used a different finisher tonight.
Yes, she did. The Rings of Saturn is not a bad show.
Oh, I love that move.
The Eclipse is an awesome finisher. I just fear for the woman's hips, a la Matt Hardy.
Right.
But I don't think it's that she's in AEW because so she can do Twitch, because you still see now, obviously up, down, down's very much a thing. Dakota Kai's still got her streaming. Christ, we had Dub Party reunite to where we had Adam Cole, Tyler Breeze, Claudio, and Xavier Woods. So crossing all the bridges. That's the true Forbidden Door there.
Sorry, dude. I'm hearing you.
I know. I was talking over your main event there.
Like, sorry, completely, because they're like, is it, Danhausen breaks out an axe. The Best Friends have an axe. The Factory asked Mark Henry, are you allowed to do that? He's like, I don't think so. It's time.
Well, and Danhausen's just sitting there looking like
creepy as fuck.
And it's going to be, as well, I'm getting a replay of MJF hitting Regal. Probably the last time, like you said, you called that of we're going to see William Regal in an AEW ring.
Who's going to be the first ever not MJF ring champion?
The Diamond Ring holder.
Diamond Ring winner.
Right. And we'll hear from MJF on Wednesday.
Wait, was this an elimination match? Clearly.
I don't know.
It's still going.
We've got an axe, though, now. Speaking of axes and lumberjacks. What?
Axes on 2 shows at the same time.
Right.
The fuck?
AEW World Tag Team Championship. The Acclaim versus FTR live Wednesday. Strap on and strap in.
I have a feeling that's going to end in like interference.
Shenanigans, like you were saying before, of we're getting the 8-man tag.
Like the ass man comes out, the ass boys.
I think good old Goonie there, Double J.
Darby's nursing a hangover, apparently.
But he's straight edge, so he can't.
Well, what is he doing right here?
Being emo, looking
Why
like.
Why did we follow him into the bathroom? Why is the U's playing in the background?
Because he's emo.
Well, thanks. Who won the scramble match?
Hot topic.
It's still happening, I think. I thought it was a tag match, so what do I know?
It's Impact Throwback Throwdown 3. I don't even think they know. Oh, and also Samoa Joe versus Darby Allin for the TNT Championships. That's what he was doing. He was cutting a promo on Joe. I heard Joe. I didn't know if he was just talking to,
So Samoa Joe got challenged by 2 people tonight.
Right.
What the fuck?
It sounds like a hell of a stacked Wednesday Night Dynamite, which we will be here live for.
Sorry, dude. They're letting Sheeta defend another fucking title on this show. Another belt that's not in your company, and you already have 45 of your own, is going to be defended on fucking Wednesday.
Are you surprised at this point?
A little bit.
I feel like at this point there's nothing with that's going to surprise
What was that belt?
The who gives a shit belt.
Oh, fuck. QT coming down.
I'm sure it's probably some illustrious title, but I don't know it right now. Oh, we've got Scott D'Amore tagging in right now on Impact.
What?
Eddie Edwards is about to tag in Scott D'Amore.
Oh, Scott D'Amore taping up. Yo, what a fucked up night of wrestling. Happy Friday, folks.
Right, we've got Scott D'Amore coming in like a house of fire, and we've got Orange Cassidy and QT Marshall kicking off or about to kick off in a lumberjack match. Hence the flannel.
D'Amore throwing bombs. Oh! Yo, D'Amore going, look, I still got something.
The in-sync 10-count punches from the top.
Yo, listen, you know what? This is a fun show. Like, I'll give Impact some marks. This is a fun show. They got to stop fucking doing everything on a Friday night. It's stupid. But other than that, This is fucking excellent.
Do this on a Saturday night, 100%.
Yeah, this is fun as shit.
And this works way better because, like I've said it, this is Southpaw Regional Wrestling. If WWE, instead of going to Saudi, just did Southpaw, this is that.
The refs took the axes away, and Danhausen is not happy. He pointed at them.
He's like, but can I keep the teeth?
Oh, Jane is so bad, man. I'm sorry. I want to get behind this entrance. I can't. It's not even not even entertainingly ironic. Like fucking.
Like he's attempting to be, and also isn't.
We got a double pin. What does this mean? Okay, I think Scott D'Amore and Eddie Edwards just won.
Fair enough. As we've got Matt Hardy, Ethan Page, Daivari.
I think it's Tony Nese.
I think I've seen someone, but I don't quite want to fully say.
What do you think about Juice Robinson making an announcement tonight?
He's going to lose?
You think so?
Oh, yes.
I like Juice.
Clip that. Someone clip that, please.
I like Juice.
I like Juice. I need a vitamin reel of KJ to end 2023. And
right? I like Juice.
I like Juice.
I like Juice. Do you like juice? Speaking of
like
juice, freshly squeezed says juice.
Right, freshly squeezed as QT
ironic.
catches Orange Cassidy for tornado backbreaker.
Oh, crossbody. Yeah. Oh, I see what you mean.
But
Darby no.
even if you like
Yes.
Juice Robinson, he's not winning.
I mean, Juice is a guy that could keep around and he could mean something.
But he's also halfway been retired.
You see that? It's ironic though, right? The guy's like, I don't want to wrestle anymore. They're like, have a belt. He's like, I'm here.
I don't want to win anymore. Here's some money. All right, I'm back.
So Ethan Page telling Matt Hardy to be a dick. Oh, Matt gingerly, yeah, Matt trying to prove he's a baby face.
We're setting up for a pay-per-view feud and match between Matt Hardy and Ethan Page. And
yeah, Matt Hardy and Ethan Page getting into it.
Oh, they've been for at least this week.
Couple weeks, right?
Right. But so spoiler alert, I guess this will be your Where's Waldo and everything for AEW Rampage tonight. Am I the only one that noticed Kevin Vampire Dude, Kevin Thorne, Mordecai of WWE and WWE ECW fame at the Lumberjack right now?
Is that what you're? No.
Baldy there. Or that might be Dr. Luther. I know I saw Kevin Thorne.
Dr. Luther, I think.
I know for a fact
that that's Luther with Serpentico.
All right, there in the fucking dress you just see him in picture there with the whole outfit. Wow. Kevin Vampire Dude, Kevin Thorne from ECW WWE fame.
Is that who that is? It looks like what the fuck?
When you scratch the bottom of the barrel of WWE send-offs and you just keep going, you get Kevin Thorne, Mordecai showing up. The guy that was going to be built to face Undertaker, Mordecai. He was supposed to be the ultimate good, the Taker's ultimate evil.
Fucking bad.
It had the potential to be so good, and they just cut bail so fast
because they fuck.
So the IPWF is over, folks. I can't tell you who won the last match.
That's funny. Like I was like, no. But they fell at his feet. I was like, yep. Oh fuck.
Yep.
Dun, dun, dun. So Impact is in the books. If anybody out there watched Impact tonight and you want to give us a mark, listen, I'm just going to give it a nice solid 8. I didn't catch a lot of it, but what I did catch, it was cute and fun and fluffy. So it wasn't my favorite show, but I'll give it an 8 just for being different.
It gets a C plus, an above
above average.
6.5.
6.5.
I felt a little awkward of like, and here's Reggie the Pizza Man and DJ Scratch and Sniff showing up
Bill
to
Ding.
have matches and everything. It's like, all right,
Bill Ding was my favorite.
Yeah, Bill Ding, MVP of the night.
I don't know.
It was a little bit of you having to remember of like, all right, that's their name that they're going by, but here's their actual name.
Yeah, Moose was funny as hell as DJ Too Large. Hey, speaking of Too Large.
Pause. Accusations. Wait, hold on. That backfired on me.
8 out of 10 from Damien. Yeah, why not? I'll be generous just because it was fun. Right. Scott D'Amore did some shit, so I'm gonna give it some bonus marks. Josh Alexander is a lumberjack. We had it was all over the place.
Little bit. And speaking of all over the place right now, we've got picture in picture with QT Marshall and Orange Cassidy on AEW Rampage. I think we're both going to Orange Cassidy with this one again on the fantasy team. So
yeah,
I think he might actually. We might have even, as much as I disdain Orange Cassidy and his gimmick and what have you. Granted, he can go in the ring a little bit, but I think he's our captain right now. Maybe.
No, Theory's our captain.
Okay, well, close enough. One douchebag to another.
No, I mean, Orange Cassidy, just the sheer fact of that pick is based on Tony loves him.
Well, and does anyone see QT Marshall leaving here tonight as the All-Atlantic champion?
Imagine? I mean, at that point, it just became the equivalent of the 24/7 title, so be careful.
Sounds like Impact was showing Billy Corgan how to book NWA. I think, Stevie Wonder with fucking Cran could show Billy Corgan how to book the NWA at this point.
Okay. Listen, you know what, dude? We were so complimentary of NWA for a long time. But you and I, watching as much wrestling as we do, we've seen, QT with a big kick.
Backpack Stunner.
Like Stun Dog Millionaire.
QT would be good if they tried to. Well, I notice how I stopped myself right after I said QT could be good.
Man, this guy's got an insane wrestling mind. And you know what? We've interviewed some people that have worked with QT, worked for QT, and everyone says glowing shit about QT. And you watch him here. He sells. He knows how to work. He knows how to feed into the baby face. I think the overall problem with QT on screen is A, get himself over as a trick, and B, we've watched him be booked as, the guy that goes under just for shits and giggles. He never goes over on anything, so he doesn't matter.
Right. Well, I guess it's again a bit even like you pointed out of like how we interviewed Mike Hollow and everything last night and everything, how that went up. He's like that of QT has a great mind for the business, all of that of great instructor, great, can show you everything to do. Example. But because of the tie-in with Cody and everything, for the longest time, he's been booked as someone that should be an actual legitimate threat. No, thank you. No. Not going to happen.
No. What is happening?
Why is Danhausen wearing a plaid gown?
He's wearing a fucking Snuggie.
A fucking muumuu.
Oh, Danhausen.
I curse you. See, where's Evilhausen? Instead, we get Prang Mannershausen. And now the Lumberjacks are having out. What the fuck was that supposed to be?
Yo, QT just got over with me. Oh, fuck you. Yeah, that got over with me. That got a bigger pop than Danhausen's wiggly finger.
Pause. Danhausen with top rope senton. See, I told you, Kevin Vampire Dude, Kevin Thorne is there.
Daddy, yeah.
Pause.
I think.
What?
I agree. Like, that's fucked up. Wait, the Lumberjacks are leaving? Cutler's still there. What the fuck?
I was going to say, Cutlass was the one that was helping Orange Cassidy get up the rope.
Why? Uh-oh.
Anna Jay, so we're setting up Orange Cassidy versus Kip Sabian. Yep. Oh! Kip pushes.
Listen, I might be in the minority. I like Kip Sabian. I don't know. I feel like he's underused, but him with like the white hair and the attitude and the hot bitchy girlfriend.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
I could see it. I could see. I was just about to say it once I saw Penelope show up. That 1, 2, 3 count. That I could see.
That was a nice finish.
Kip Sabian being the one to dethrone.
True.
OC.
We don't want that yet.
Not yet.
But I think Kip's a good shout. Like, he changed his look. Fuck. The guy did the boxing just on his shits and giggles, and people were like, fine, keep doing it. Like, what? Okay.
Right. Oh, as OC dives out on a Kip. So, see, we are setting up for OC versus Kip. No, we're going to get that at December 10th.
Yes. I'm okay with that.
Well, no, because there was 3 matches advertised for December 10th. Yeah. And people online were like, really? That's it? That's all you've got? And Tony was so used to people bitching about him having sorry, what?
Why would you defend this title on the ROH show?
Because Tony's just trying to add matches now. Because his booking is either 3 matches or 13 matches, and he's like, "There's no pleasing you people." It's give us like a couple more.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
Blackout. Bray Wyatt, Uncle Howdy showing up.
Fuck.
House of Black.
House of Black.
Fuck
Everybody up.
Everybody up. Yup. Thank you.
It's a good show. I haven't even got it yet. The lights are black for me still.
Ah, shit. Sorry.
No, it's good. I mean, I'm small.
Right now, we've got the red light. We've got the Fiend here.
Right? I like it that
the House of Black showing up.
This is what you should be doing with what the fuck are we doing with this red light, folks? Turn it on. Jesus Christ, Murphy, get a tattoo.
At least buy the fake sleeve.
Yeah, can you borrow Jeff Hardy's fake shit?
Right.
I know he has real ones, but remember he'd wear the fucking slip-on.
Oh yeah, but so does Malachi take the belt off OC? Or is this just we're just showing up to just fuck shit up?
I think you just show up to fuck shit up because that's what y'all do. And I think, wait, what happened there? Wait a minute. Oh shit, that's a fucking development.
Because of what?
So they go to hit the finisher on Ortiz, and Malachi says, no, not him. Ortiz, formerly of Santana and Ortiz.
Right. No, they didn't hit it on him. They hit it on
That's what I mean. They spared him. Malachi spared him. Why?
I think it was more of just
no.
They played it on commentary at least, or at least I heard JR saying of, well, you know who the boss is now. I think they were showing that Malachi is the leader, which no shit, Sherlock.
But why would he tell them leave this particular person alone? They're fucking everybody up except Ortiz.
Do we get, and that's a hard cut into Star Wars for me.
Hard cut.
But do we get an Eddie versus Malachi match and my heartbeat still? Because it would be full 100% of both ways. Just Elizabeth. I don't want either man to lose in that match.
So Ortiz joins the House of Black?
No.
Why not? He's not doing shit. Maybe he's just make him dark.
Eddie's he's got Eddie with him. I think they might have. I think it was more of just where you just do that of just they had to establish that Malachi was the leader, even though we all knew it.
No, I agree. And I mean, I don't know. We'll see where it goes. But goofy beard. That's not even the full.
I was gonna say, well, there was a lot of beards on TV, us. So who are you talking about?
Right.
Specify.
What? 10 out of 10. Oh shit. Chris coming and swinging. He must have seen something cute.
Well, at least we know it's not us because I like your shows. I'm a fan. Well, tell everybody you know.
We like you too. Now you should have known this. Known what?
Well, if you don't know, now you know.
Now you know. 7 out of that's a little more reasonable. 5 from Damien. I liked Rampage tonight. In and out, quick, easy, a couple decent matches. Nothing to write home about.
Easily digestible.
That's a good way to put it. Easily digestible. Went down smooth.
Sounds. Pause. You made it worse. I was about to say it doesn't sound great, and you made it worse.
Right. There we go. Cheers.
Speaking of worse, Takeshka, take a shit, as CJ says, should take the title off OC.
That's not a bad shout. I like that makes more sense for him to be the well, I mean, not really, but at least he's international. We haven't really established these all Atlantic borders on this title.
Tony sucks at geography. He has no idea where the fucking Atlantic Ocean is.
He just knows the distance.
He just looks at he just sees a body of water. That's the Atlantic Ocean. That's the Atlantic Ocean.
They're like, that's the Mississippi. What the fuck?
It's pronounced Atlantic.
Atlantic.
Right.
QT got cursed. Yes, he did. You got cursed.
QT been cursed. It's called being friends with Cody.
Yeah, that main event was fucking chaos, and it was all over the place. And again, it doesn't always quite make sense.
He got the House of Black, so I'm happy.
The House of Black should do exactly what they did tonight. Come out and continue to just fuck everybody up without reason, without explanation.
Right.
Until they run into somebody that doesn't want to put up with the shit.
Now, is it a positive or a negative that most of what we liked on Rampage wasn't in-ring stuff?
That's a positive. I'm okay with that. Rampage. At least you built something.
Rampage going to rampage.
Right? Like, what the fuck are you going to do?
That's the best way I have ever heard to describe Rampage. Tony, you can take that for your fucking advertising. It's Rampage gonna rampage.
Rampage gonna rampage.
That's the best way to fucking describe it. It's just gonna do what it do, baby.
Well, fuck, man. Like, I mean, it is become like, you know, it's funny because I just watched like a little fucking a video about Thunder. Like I went through the history of Thunder. And happy Friday, folks. Come back tomorrow.
You can't follow that up with a little bit of Thunder.
Shut up, man. You stupid.
I know I am. I have a certificate that said so.
My 5-year-old brother still watching WWE. I told to watch AEW. It's more better.
Don't guide that man wrong like that.
Well, I mean, I would
say but not right.
Your 5-year-old brother is better suited for WWE content most days.
Oh yeah, 100%. If a 5-year-old brother, A, does he know what's happening? B, absolutely watch WWE over anything that's happening on AEW. That's not a family-friendly show.
Not always. Not often.
Not ever.
I would say not ever. I mean, there's a couple times. -1 comes out once in a while.
Orange Cassidy, Danhausen. There's your family friend.
Hooks, kind of kid-like. I really think that if 10 wanted to really, really turn heel, he should have given fucking -1 the old fucking Mae Young power bomb via.
You heard it here first, folks. I'm gonna just cut you off right now. So the thoughts and opinions of Mr. KJ White at that point
do
not represent Wrestling for Life Network of this man petitioning for an 8-year-old to take a fucking power bomb on a ramp.
Man, I mean,
you're not helping yourself with that language.
It would have worked. I think it would have got him over his shit.
In a prison.
It would have been fucking crazy. Right, then everyone
I get what you're saying. I had to take the piss out of it, though. 100%. I get what you're saying. If it would have actually made that moment matter.
It would have been epic, right? Like it would have been. Like, and I know
they would have fucking put that on everything. Not just
we can do whatever we want.
Right.
Right? You can't have it both ways. People go, it's fake, but don't do that stuff. Well,
we don't say that word around here. No,
but you know what I mean? Fuck them. Rampage should always.
That's the F word we say around here, not the other one.
Yeah, that's true. Fast paced and to the point. Keeping your attention. Let's talking more Rampage. Rampage gonna rampage. At least we got something. I thought the worst part of the show was Saraya, and I love Saraya, so that's disappointing. I haven't liked Saraya's return at all.
I'm about 75%. I'm 75% of the way there with you.
Okay.
The little bit of the Brit stuff, the promo she cut, the match with Brit wasn't bad. The beginning and what we've got so far, like the bread in this sandwich, sucked ass.
Well, I think part of the problem is Brit did better. Brit was better in their whole rivalry, and the match was fucking hot garbage, unfortunately. That was not a good match. Jamie Hayter and Tony Storm was one of the best matches of the night, period. And nobody talked about the big.
That's because it's Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter.
New champ. We'll see how that works out. We already see them building that rivalry between her and Britt. As far as Britt still wants to be in the spotlight, she is the leader, but you're kind of second in command, rocking the gold. How long is that going to last? Son of a bitch.
No, hold on. As long as an alien movie Christmas. What?
Allin,
now that I'm watching Star Wars while we're still talking, I halfway get that.
Is that what we're talking about? Okay.
No, maybe.
Did you? Yeah, look. There you go.
See, I told you.
Nah, dude, that was funny as fuck. I was like, no, because they had just got around to the side of the ring, and I was like, no, that's fucking Jericho's buddy, Luther.
Right.
Nope, you were right. The next thing, there he was randomly. Nobody even did the announcers talk about it.
I don't know, but even then, it's still one thing. Dude was in full Kevin Thorne outfit, not trying to hide nothing. Literally walked straight from WWE, CW, off of Sci-Fi, right onto AEW Rampage.
Did you see he's like huge compared to everyone standing around him?
Like, which means he's 6 foot. We represent the Lollipop Guild. The Lollipop Guild.
It's bad, man. There's fuck. That's really like fucking hell. Listen, and by the way, speaking of small little guys, I'm shocked that the Young Bucks lost this one or won this last one and fucked up they even fucked up their own comeback story.
No, it was what was the quote? I saw AEW put out a post today about how Matt Jackson was the AEW Wrestler of the Week.
I saw that shit.
And then they had a quote from Tony Schiavone under it. What a gutsy victory by the Young Bucks or the Elite. It's like, could you fillet yourself anymore? I'm sorry, Mr. Jackson, but goddamn, I hope you have some knee pads. Like,
if anybody did not have their sound on and watched what just happened there, it would be really visually confusing. So, no, I mean, it's a problem. And listen, this is the last thing I'm going to say about the Bucks tonight. But you know what? One of the worst people in the world is the person that gets their ass kicked and then keeps like bragging or running their mouth. Like, did you see it was funny? We made a joke or we got the fans to shout, fuck you, punk. But you got beat up. You got knocked out, bitch.
I see you didn't learn your lesson the first time.
Yeah, like, what are you asking for? Another meeting?
You can stay here and get your ass whooped. You can stay here and get your ass whooped.
What have you got whooped by Larry? What is fucking going on?
Don't make me call Ace Steel. Don't make me call Demo. Ace Steel is the Demo of AEW.
The guy, we didn't even know he was in the company. That was partly where people were like, maybe it is a work because Ace Steel got involved and we didn't even know he was there.
Right. He just happened to get signed that day.
Yeah, we're like, you're in. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened. KJ still living in the 90s where the laws were just a suggestion. You can't go power bombing kids. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Listen, Mae Young took a fucking power bomb off a stage in a neck brace from Bubba Ray Dudley. So you can power bomb Luke Harper's kid if he's trying to make it in the biz.
Let's just try and take a little bit of the fact of, KJ's a psycho.
Kayfabe.
Right? That kayfabe, like, I mean, you scoop that kid up and you cradle him properly. It would be an amazing visual if everyone's like, and then you get a fucking, a little fucking neck, backboard, like a kid-sized backboard, and you roll them onto it, and everyone's like, and
why did my brain go to like a fucking like play school, like basketball, like plastic basketball court?
Yeah, exactly.
You said like a kid-sized backboard. I'm like, he power bombs him off that and dunks him through the fucking net. Oh,
I'm not saying
I took what you said and made it 10 times worse.
It's gonna get worse. They're like, have you heard about the channel that wants wrestlers to beat up kids?
Yeah, wants to powerbomb children.
Punch babies in the face.
Accusations.
I'm waiting for Christmas Story Christmas, spoiler alert, to come on my link.
Pause. Sorry, Lauren, but it set me up and walking right down the middle. I had to.
I'm entering into delirium.
All right. At this point, we've watched enough wrestling. We still got 2 more shows tomorrow, folks.
2 more shows tomorrow.
But now you got me thinking of a Christmas story of, fuck.
I love the fucking leg lamp, man.
Fragile must be Italian.
One of the best lines ever. Listen, between vitamins, lack of sleep, and fucking fighting,
I'm just
a thing I don't want to talk about on this channel. But yeah, fuck my life. I'm wandering into
later, big guy.
Okay, a Christmas Story. That's awesome. Okay, there you go. Sarita shouldn't be a wrestler. She should be an authority figure, like Eric Young, apparently.
Oh, listen. Out of context, accusations. First off, with that one, and Soraya Page was a authority figure, and she actually was a hell of a one on SmackDown before really Vince and Bruce and the gang just lost their effing mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first sign of senility right there.
Fuck. There was a whole bunch. Usos, welcome to the stream. I guess you're feeling Usi tonight.
I guess you're feeling robotic there.
Usi. I'll be at the Bee Gees cover concert on the 19th. Sounds fucking wonderful. No, really. CM Punk. Jackie Chan. There's a CM Punk fan. It's my favorite thing of the night. And Jackie Chan just popped up and said CM Punk. Listen, CM Punk. I really hope that man's in the Royal Rumble. I just want to see him. I broke him. I fucking broke him. Thank you for tuning in, folks. Happy Friday. All right. Happy Friday.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
This is 100% getting clipped and put out separately than all the other.
Fuck you. I can't breathe. Jesus Christ. Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan
just showed up and said CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk.
This is the best part of the whole fucking, no offense to anybody, but Jack,
respectfully, of just that's how you know it's been a long night. It's been a long week. Absolutely fucking hell of a way to fucking end fucking of them. I can't top that. Fucking the a hell of a way to end probably one of the most chaotic weeks in professional wrestling. That it didn't involve someone fucking leaving. What the fuck? I'm over here trying to close this and you keep clicking shit.
No, I'm sorry though, because know what this reminded me of, and I hate to make is that Petey didn't even have a head. Harry,
heads are falling off.
Who's Jackie Chan? What do you mean? Go Google that. Kevin Thorne is a lumberjack. Yeah, it's fucking insane.
Jackie Chan right there. Do you not know Jackie Chan? Have you never watched Rush Hour?
Oh, do you not understand the words that are coming out of our mouth?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
On that wonderful note, and that
you're right. I was trying to send us off nice, and you do it now. Your turn. I tried.
Whew. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. Happy Friday to everybody. I hope you're staying safe, healthy, and happy.
Anyway, so tag back in. All right.
Wait. I got it.
There we go.
Folks, we are back tomorrow for Saturday night, the live streams. You think we're fucked up right now? Come back tomorrow. We'll have even more to giggle and laugh about. Saturday night, we will have GCW, Wasted Time. We will have Wrestling Revolver, the season finale. 2 stacked cards, lots of big names, lots of wrestling, lots of me and this guy. And
why am I fucking giggling about it again? Hurry up, I'm giggling again.
Hurry up, I'm giggling again. Oh, wait a minute. The best in the world. Yes, Jackie. Jackie, come back tomorrow. Bye, guys. Have a good night, everybody. Stay safe, stay warm. And we will see everyone tomorrow. Remember, we cover all the streams. We are your alternative commentary. We are the crazy guys that cover all this wrestling. Any final thoughts? Or are you going to giggle?
I'll probably giggle through it, but our shit is real. Our shit is raw.
Yeah, our shit is raw. Definitely raw. We like ODB. We like it.
Shit is authentic. When you talk about that wrestling with
for life with it. We got to put your for life with it. Have a good night, folks. We've lost our goddamn mind. See you tomorrow. And on the flip side, by the way. Bye. No, like